Welcome back, Ashley. Very good to have all our players today. Fantastic. The dream of every DM ever, everywhere. I am your Dungeon Master, Maxwell, and we have Ashley.
Hey!
Yes. Winter.
It's me!
Yo!
And Kayla.
That's me. Last time I checked.
Good. Glad we don't have any name changes, so I don't have to re-edit anything. Cool. Well, where we left off was with our heroic heroines here, back in Sicha after they all retrieved the heart of the recently deceased Kosei. The heart is important to the afterlife rituals, or beliefs of these people, Sute's Chosen and Akirran's as a whole. And today is the day they have until sundown to decide whether or not they want to become one of Sute's Chosen, which comes with some benefits in the form of allies and a bit of an in into a faction that exists in Harkir. And we are going to hop right back in to where we sort of left off, with Alexandria in the tunnel here, standing up after putting a small dead rodent back on the floor after accidentally killing it with some latent necrotic energy. And sitting across from her, a few feet down the hallway, is a little red ragamuffin doll she tried to get rid of by passing it off to a small child. Alexandria, what's up? What are we doing?
I feel like Alexandria just stills and turns to face this little doll.
Mm-hmm.
And then looks up and looks to see if there's anybody else in this hallway or if she can hear anybody coming. Or just check her surroundings.
It's completely empty. No one is around.
There's no trace of anyone, no little small child running for this doll?
No.
Okay.
No, there's not.
I feel like Alexandria's gonna straighten her shoulders a little bit and just kind of look around again and kind of step towards this doll. Pick it up and drop kick it.
Okay. You pick up this little red doll and drop kick it through the tunnel. Give me an athletics check.
Huh? And I think as she does this, she just swears and is just why won't you leave me alone? Freaking doll type of vibe. Athletics check. That's an 18 plus 1. That is a 19 for an athletics check. She's really angry at this doll.
You punt this doll 19 feet down a tunnel. And it is kicked out of view as it bounces off a wall around a corner. And you're left standing alone in this warm cave.
Alexandria is probably going to leave at this point, is going to try to find either Piri or Electra, literally any one of her companions.
Sure.
And is just gonna book it away from whatever is happening here, not wanting to face or think about this too deeply, and get away from that.
Are you going in a
doll?
A specific place, like the sort of area you've been sleeping at, or the gathering area that has the ravine? You're sort of walking until you run into someone?
Yeah, I think Alexandria is just gonna walk, just not briskly, she's just gonna casually walk until she bumps into someone she knows.
You walk through the tunnels for a bit, and you see Guppy and Piri wrapping up a conversation as Guppy walks away down a tunnel. Piri, you turn and see Alexandria walking towards you.
Stop.
Hi.
You good?
Why wouldn't I be? I'm fine. Are you good? You guys looked like you were having a pretty intense conversation there.
So you're not good.
I am 100% perfect. I am good to go.
Was lying not a thing where you came from?
Oh, lying was very much a thing, thank you. And I would like to think I'm very good at it, but I am fine. And I feel like there's like other things we could be doing other than just like, sitting and talking. Like, we haven't heard from Electra in a hot second, so I was wondering maybe if we should go
Sure,
find her.
if you want.
Yeah,
Cool.
That is definitely what I want.
Electra, where do you think you are right now in the siege?
With my best friend, Mohar.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you're there with Mohar, and he's in the middle of conversation with you. He talked about this with you yesterday, and again he's broaching the topic, and he says, Electra, I know we talked about this very briefly yesterday, but I'm certain it would be good for you to be a chosen of Sute, become a speaker. It is a position of respect and divine authority and communion with the gods of Harakir, but Sute specifically as a speaker of his. We would be honored to have you join us, a traveler from afar.
Oh. She's gonna take his little hands in her hands. Oh, Mohar, you always know what to say just to make all my worries melt, don't you? It's a big ceremony. I'm quite nervous. Guess the last few were a little bit intense for me. Still not sure if they were real or not. But yeah.
So you will join us. You will become a chosen of Sute.
I'm hesitant still, but I think yes.
He smiles and says, "But I was hoping this would be your answer. One moment, please." And he turns around and goes and rummages through a desk, and he pulls out a little wooden box, about, it's big, not very big at all. And he walks over to you, and he opens it for you, and inside you see sort of a brass bracer, and he says, "This was my wife's. She was also a speaker of Sute, and she was just as kind-hearted as you were, and I think she would understand me giving this to you, someone who exemplifies the same kindness."
Max!
And you see it is engraved in fine celestial print. It says...
I can read it.
You can.
I can read it.
In Sute there are beginnings, in kindness there is life.
Oh. Mohar, that is... You have just demonstrated such kindness to me.
I am only reflecting what you yourself offer.
She's gonna pick up the little bracer and just sort of like inspect it in the light and when you move something back and forth just to see it. Oh, it is stunning. I'm sure your wife was a wonderful person.
She was. She was the light of my life.
Cool. Would you do the honor? And she's gonna hand it to him and then extend her arm.
Oh, okay. He puts the box down, and he slides the bracer onto your wrist.
No. I will never forget you.
I will not forget you either. This is an interesting expression.
Wow. We say it where I'm from.
I see. It is hard to
People are-
usually forget people among the chosen. There are so few of us here. We sort of know everybody.
she's like emotions overcoming her. She's just gonna grab him into a big hug. And she's pretty tall, so he might be shorter than her, and her hair is probably getting stuck in everything.
They're about the same height. Give me a persuasion check.
Oh wow! All right, let's see. Ooh, proficient. And that's a terrible roll. 6!
That's okay. He still hugs you back. He just gave you this gift. It wasn't that important of a roll. And you see as you end this hug, Alexandria and Piri walk into the room.
Hi!
Hi!
Yo.
Are we interrupting something? You guys having a moment?
No. Look.
Mahar says, no, you are not interrupting friends, anything. It is a joyous occasion. Electa will be becoming a chosen of Sute, another member of the family.
Oh my god, I would also like to do that. I would like to become a member of this said
A glorious day this is.
family.
We are blessed.
Alexandra just like kind of sits there, just like, yeah. Oh my god, that's so pretty!
It was
Oh
his
my god! Oh my god.
Lovely.
And Mahar looks up to you, Piri, and says, and you, mighty warrior, will you also becoming a chosen?
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that, Chief.
This is not a decision to make lightly, I understand. Perhaps before the sun sets today, you will have found the answer that is right for you.
Yeah, thanks.
He nods. And he says, okay, that is all I have for you now. Perhaps you may depart from this place for the moment so I can attend to some of my duties.
Of course. She's gonna like pat his hand.
He gives you a bow. Yeah.
Oh, I love him.
Alexandra just nods and then follows.
Gotcha.
Out.
So you all
What does
walk
the
out.
inscription say again?
It said, in Sute there are beginnings, in kindness there is life.
Oh, so cute.
So you walk out. It's about like noon roughly at this time of day, so you've still got about 7 or 8 hours until actual sunset. What are you guys thinking you're wanting to do today? If anything.
Piri mostly just wants to go to the mine, so she might just spend her time practicing with weapons until her friends decide what they're doing.
Gotcha. So, Piri, you go towards sort of the area where the arrows spend their time and are able to access the fortifications that overlook the outside desert. And while you're in there, Nazim's also practicing taking some shots at a target. And you hear louder footsteps than the other smaller people, average-sized people. And a Temu steps into the area. He's bigger, bulkier. This is an imposing figure. And he sees you practicing, and he steps up and says, staying sharp.
As always, don't want to get rusty.
It is a wise warrior that does this. Say, you carry weapons. Where you were from, what was the reason for this?
There's lots of monsters where I'm from. Or bad people. So, basically the same here, just a little different.
I see.
We don't have
a dangerous place you were from.
Not as dangerous as this one, but...
And
what did you fight for? I not imagine everyone fought where you are from.
Yeah, not everyone fought. I mostly fought for money.
And what did money do for you, Billy?
Well, it lets you get anything. It's like water here, you know? Except I lived near a giant sea of it, so we didn't need water.
And you used this money to live, I imagine.
Correct. You trade it for food, or anything you need, like weapons.
I understand how currency works, but my point is, where you were, you used your strength to acquire coin to live, correct?
Correct.
What if you cut out the middle? What if strength was all you needed to live?
I wouldn't have a job.
You do not need a job, if strength is enough, no? If you can seize the means to live with your strength alone, and the people you surround yourself with, is this not an admirable goal? An admirable life?
Are you wanting me to join your group?
He smiles. You've seen through me. Yes, this is what I am offering you. A life where strength is enough.
Yeah. As tempting as that is, I'm not sure I'm going to be here forever or a while, and I don't want to get caught up in something.
Because oh, go ahead. He says, you would not have to stay here with us to be a chosen of Sute. There are other chosen of Sute out in the desert, even some in the city of Muhar itself. Becoming a chosen of Sute is more impermeable than the location you stand. It is a people.
I see.
It is something to consider. I thought I would have words with you before the time of deciding arrives.
Yeah,
I
of course.
Leave you to your practice.
Thanks.
Best to you, Billy.
And he turns and leaves the training area. It's about 2 o'clock now in the afternoon. Anything Alexandria, Electra, or Piri would be doing at this point, or still just sort of biding their time?
Could Alexandria kind of find bestie Nazim, or would probably give like Piri some time and then go to where they're like fighting and training?
Sure. Yeah, you know where he is. You head up there, and you don't find him in the Arrows quarters specifically, but you do head a little bit farther back up the stairs, and you see he's on sort of duty outside, just keeping a watch over the desert.
Oh, Hi.
Oh.
Alexandria just kind of like stumbles out. I was just like, hi.
Hello, Alexandria. How are you today?
Great. How are you?
I am good. It is an exciting day, no? We may have new chosen among us, huh? And he gives you a nudge.
Yeah, super, super excited. Really looking forward to it. Yeah, it means so much to me. Woo! I was just... Oh my god, Alexandria does not know how to be nice. Like, so when she is nice, it's like weird. Anyway, I wanted to... Well, I was gonna kind of seek you out because we have some downtime, but I can see that you're working, because I was just gonna see if you wanted to, like...
Working is, what do you have
You're
in mind?
doing... Well, no, I was just gonna see if you wanted... I thought it might be cool to try to show you how to use some of the weapons that I brought from my world, if you wanted to learn about them, or, like, you know, like, hit something with, like, this little, she like kind of like motions to her rapier and then like her daggers and is like, if you wanted to throw them or like.
Do I want to throw them?
Yeah, like.
Could throw some daggers, yes. That sounds like I am helping in that I am becoming wiser with weapons, so this is still a good thing for everybody.
Yeah.
Yes,
100%.
Sounds like a good thing. Say, when you headed out again into the desert, did you ever manage to see any of the giant scorpions I told you about?
Oh, I don't believe I have seen any scorpions yet, which is, kind of a bummer, because I really wanted to compare them to, like, some of the monsters and stuff we have from my world,
Well, how about you come with me for a moment, and then we can throw the daggers, no?
That would be amazing. Yeah.
Okay. You begin walking down through the caves, heading towards the exit outside. And not too long before you reach outside, he says, so normally, it's mostly just the glory of Sute, those few who have risen above the strongest of us that would have any interaction with these beasts, because they, in combination with the sort of magic the Shapers cast to ensure a sort of docile state of being for them, even then, they do not respond well to those without the strength of will that the glories have. And as he's sort of finishing this explanation, you step outside, and you begin walking towards sort of the middle of the area outside, where up against the wall there's this structure that's got like chest-high wooden walls and sort of a thatch roof. It sort of looks like a stable. And you walk up to the walls and you look over and you see in sort of a divoted pit are 3 giant scorpions. They're like the size of horses, and they just are sort of timidly walking around. And you see some hyena carcass in there that they've been fed.
Oh my god.
Frankly, I should have shown you sooner. It didn't cross my mind that this would probably be a safer version than, seeing an actual wild one.
Yeah, oh my god, Alexander probably gets really close to the edge or wherever there is to, like, look at that, and it's just like, oh my god, like, these things are so cute. Like, she had, like, wide eyes, and is just, like, super excited. Like, I don't know what it is about these creatures, but they just spark a joy that just anyone can see in Alexandria.
They are very deadly, yes, they are war mounts. Mostly, they are kept here and, fed, but they are taken out every once in a while to fight some things in the desert to keep them sharp. The glories go on pilgrimages sometimes through the deserts, occasionally wandering into the sandstorms farther out for trials of the gods, the breath of the force, and so on and so forth.
That's really, really interesting, and oh, they're so cute. Alexander's just like, they're so cute and deadly, and like they got little stingers, and it's just like,
yes,
so
they
obsessed
are
with
very
you.
deadly. They would probably kill you if they stuck you with their stinger. I respect them for sure. They have to be raised from hatchlings. You cannot tame a wild scorpion that is grown. It is not a thing that can be done. But when raised from hatchlings and the combination of magic from the Shapers, it becomes a possibility. I believe we are the chosen, that is the only people in Akirran who have the ability to do something like this.
Wow. It's actually really fascinating, and Alexandra kind of like notes this like information to maybe recall and like tell her friends about later and stuff. About the daggers, Alexandra says.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Sure. You guys head back to sort of the arrows quarters, and I'm gonna do just rolls to see how well he does with the daggers. Okay. So he at first he is thrown like
blades before, but he's not used to sort of the craftsmanship of these kinds of blades. So at first it is off the mark, not really, sometimes they're not even sticking in the target. He lands like 2 or 3 after that stick. He thinks he's getting the hang of it, and then sort of declines again once he starts trying to put into practice the methods that would work for other sort of thrown projectiles that he'd be familiar with. And after this goes on for a while, he turns to you and says, "Well, they are certainly sharp and direct, but I think this would take some time for me to learn. It is not exactly a kind of weapon I'm familiar with."
Yeah, well, they're a really good weapon to have, so if you ever need to craft something, I highly recommend kind of exploring weapons like this. They have a good aerial range. They're quick to throw. I'm sure
What
Perry
did
could explain more,
you,
like the
do with
technicalities.
them? Did you use them to fight creatures of the night or rival warriors?
Well, okay, so then Alexandra pulls out like one of the 2 daggers and is like, "This was a gift from my former master. And this dagger I used to assassinate criminals and bad people.
Okay.
And, yeah, and to kill some monsters every once in a while, fling them, in an alley. And, this was one of the weapons I used to, murder my former, lover, but, like... So it's,
The
like, my
dagger?
favorite. Lover, enemy, it's a little, like, a bit of a gray,
You killed
He,
your
like-
former lover?
Yeah, but you see, he cursed me, and he's the reason
Ooh,
why
curses are
I'm the
not
way
good.
that I am. He was a monster who pretended to be human, and then used me for power, and then cursed me against my will. So then after
I
I was
see.
cursed, I was so angry that I murdered him.
So your lover was a monster?
Yes, but I didn't know, so
Doesn't-
I see.
Yeah, obviously.
Right. Well, it sounds like where you are from, things are certainly more complicated than here.
Yeah, that's one thing I appreciate about this place is just like it's very deadly in different ways, but you guys as community just has a sense of peace that is not common where I'm from.
I suppose, yes. We live out here in the desert, away from the city, because Sute is, to some people, Sute is known as one who sows discord and strife and things that are associated with bad things. So people would pray to Sute, not the devotees of Sute, but sort of the other general population. They would pray to Sute for things like they'd pray to avoid these bad befallings. They'd pray to avoid strife and discord and bad things. Or there are also those that would pray to Sute to bring strife or ill tiding to enemies and such. Sute is Sute. He's, but to us, it is sort of an acceptance of change, as it were. To embrace change and not fight against what is inevitable, even if that is the end. That is where we find our peace with Sute. Out here where everything is buried again and again by the sand, that is where we live. Where nothing is permanent. Not even us.
Unless you're like, an immortal monster vampire, but even they can be killed. But yeah.
Unless you were whatever it was you just said, yes, immortal.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, that would be an exception. Well, the undead also kind of live a long time too, I have heard. Well actually the Pharaoh is immortal. The Pharaoh does not die or age. The Pharaoh is eternal.
Wait, the Pharaoh's a vampire? Alexandra, like,
Does
to her, this is a
vampire
logical conclusion.
mean-
Like,
Does this mean vampire is what you call someone who lives forever, does not die, eternal?
well, I mean, yeah, like, vampires are immortal and they, like, live a really long time and slowly lose, like, their humanity and just kind of, like, ascend all of those natural morals and bounds and things that make you mortal, mental, physical, like...
Well, not too much is known about the Pharaoh in the direct personal ways of his, but the Pharaoh maintains order over the whole of Harakir, and it has been this way for millennia, and it always has been. Because of the Pharaoh, we know peace and a life in the harsh desert of Harakir.
Wait, so is the Pharaoh a good guy or a bad guy? Like, I'm a little confused, you know, like...
The Pharaoh is good. If good is order and peace, the Pharaoh largely does not interfere with the lives of us mortals. He's very distant. Really, the only primary interaction people would have to something close to the Pharaoh would be the High Priestess in Muhar, who speaks for the Pharaoh.
So if me or any of my friends wanted to try to speak to the Pharaoh, would that be possible, or would we have to speak to the High Priestess?
It is not likely it is something you'd be able to approach with ease. Certainly your best option would be to speak to the High Priestess. That is someone who speaks for the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh himself lives at the Pharaoh's Rest within the City of the Dead, far into the desert. There are few who know how to reach the City of the Dead, but those who do are the chosen of Sute.
Right. Hold on, I'm writing this. Well, this conversation has been very, very informational, and I have learned so much from you yet again. You always
You are
just...
welcome.
Yeah, I'm just very thankful to call you a friend in this very crazy, crazy world, and I appreciate, like, just being able to talk to you, because, like, I haven't talked to anybody about, like, my ex who cursed me, and it's just, like, this whole thing. And, yeah. I'm gonna go now. Thank you for just being you, as always, and I'm gonna go find my friends. And Alexander says, like, with, like, a little bit of, like, an awkward, just like, goodbye.
Bows to you as well as you leave. Cool. So, are you going to find Piri and Electra?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Alexandria comes and finds you two.
Oh my god, you guys. You'll never guess what I just saw.
What?
Sand?
Scorpions. Close. I did see sand, but scorpions. Get this. They're like as big as a horse. Do you guys know what horses are? Do you have them in your world?
Yes,
In your
we have
world,
horses.
I should say. Okay, well, like, imagine a horse, but, like, a scorpion. And Alexandria, like, goes into some detail describing, like, what they looked like. And then it's just, like, they were so cute. And they raised them from, like, little eggs and control them with magic. And then sometimes they, like, take them out to go do stuff. And I just thought it was really, really interesting. And if we ever need to make like a getaway or cause some chaos or distraction, I was thinking we could always just like release those scorpions, you know? Like, just like,
your train of thought.
No.
ha! Alexandria points at Period is like, she gets it.
Bad.
No, I'm not saying we're gonna do it. I'm just saying I investigated and found out a lot of information that could be useful if things went bad here. That could help us in some way. That's it. That's all. I didn't do anything. Like, I didn't.
We're gonna rewire that brain of yours.
Good luck with that.
Also, DM, during this meantime, I would have liked to cast Detect Magic on the
Sure.
bracer.
You cast Detect Magic on it, and it's just an ordinary brass bracer. There's no magic associated with it, but you can tell that there's a possibility that Mohar's wife might have used it as sort of a divine focus.
Ooh! I like it. Okay. We will not be releasing any scorpions.
As of now.
In ever!
Alexandra just like glances at Piri.
Perry is giving the look of, yeah, we might.
There are children here.
Who need to learn the ways of the world and what, you know, like this is all just hypothetical. Like I'm not saying we're gonna do it, but if like it's a valuable thing to know about that they have like these monster scorpions subdued somewhere that can break out if we let them, you know, like. And they probably like control them. They do this like magic thing on them, so like realistically, they wouldn't do that much damage. Alexandra not knowing like completely how they work is just like, yeah, that makes sense.
And I'm sure scorpions wouldn't want to eat children. They'd go for the big meteor.
Exactly. See, you're worried about nothing. Okay, it's fine. Everything's just fine. Yeah.
Oh, my lord. Oh, Honor. Please. They need help. They do.
Here. We are right here, and I think we are both perfectly fine. Alexandra, like, again, side-eyes period. Just like, yeah.
Yeah.
We're great.
You continue this conversation for a little bit. Alexandria, at one point you step backwards, maybe turning to go, and you step onto a soft little ragdoll.
No! Alexandria's face pales as she just, like, looks down.
Oh. What? What is that? Is that a
It's,
doll?
it's nothing. Alexandria says and, like, scoops it and just chucks it down whatever hallway they're in opposite of them.
Yep.
And just turns back to the group with a huff. It's nothing.
What are you doing?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You just pick up some kid's toy and just throw it down the hole.
Yes, that is exactly what I did. You know, because, like, this little girl asked me to help her find her, like, little pet thing, and, you know, it's just really, really annoying. You know, are you guys hungry? Do you guys need to go? Should we go, like, maybe go back to our rooms? I don't know, somewhere instead of just, like, standing in this random hallway and, you know, wait, pass some time?
I guess.
Yeah, see? Great. Alexandria turns. It's like, let's go!
You guys begin walking back towards your room, and one of the tunnels that converges going that direction, Guppy's also walking back towards the room. He's holding like a turnip in his hand. He's taking a bite out of it. He goes, "Oh, hi guys. Hey, how's it going? Big day today, huh?"
Yeah, big day.
Hi,
sounds
Guppy.
like hello. Miss Alexandria and Electa. I heard from Mohar. He seems very pleased that you're joining the Chosen.
Are you? Were you invited?
I was not. No.
He's too cool to join.
Or just
Yes!
I think
or just not very useful.
Might have, I think you might have sort of set yourselves apart as sort of strong warriors and people capable of, in Electra's case, divine magic. I think that sort of maybe elevates you in the eyes of other people to where they might want to invite you to sort of ally with them. Whereas I was a fisherman and not a anything that you are. So I think it would take me a little bit more time maybe before they would extend that invitation to me.
And have you been working on, ways to like be useful and stuff?
Well, at first I was sort of thinking that the parents were upset with me, sort of interacting with the children and teaching them gambling, but it turns out they actually sort of appreciate me sort of giving the children something different to do besides, I don't know, whatever normalcy they have around here. But also I think they just find it amusing that the children like to sort of play jokes on me.
Well, good.
That's great.
As long as you're not roped into a cult, I think that's fine.
I would avoid that, yes. I think I'd be able to see that coming, maybe.
Cult!
Actually, I think
What are you talking about?
is.
Remember, this is not. This is definitely maybe just kind of a cult, but not fully a cult.
No. I've brought down many cults.
Okay, but like if you think about it, the whole like initiation, their weird dynamic.
He takes a bite of this turnip. He goes, "Oh, it seems sort of like a cult to me, a little bit." I mean,
no, I've taken
that just
down
means like a small religious, just a small collection of religious people.
Bad, and
I would like to say
that seems like a generalization, Ms. Electra.
I also, Guppy, I think you sound jealous that you're not as useful and you didn't get invited to become part of this cult. Like, I think that's where a lot of this is like coming from.
It's a cult. I'm glad that he wasn't invited.
He shrugs. Well, I mean, it's sort of like
you don't think Guppy can make choices for himself?
It's sort of like, if I don't know, maybe a what would it be? Like a farmer or something were to come up to me back in Bluemore and say, "Oh, hi there, Fisherman Guppy. Would you perhaps like to become a farmer and work on my farm and be a farmhand?" And I say, "No, I'm a fisherman. I don't really need to do that because I fish." So it's sort of like, am I upset that he did not want me or have not extended an offer for me to join him? Not really, because it's sort of like not a fit exactly I see myself in.
But the thing is, this fit is also a way of survival. Can Alexandria take a dagger and try to knock the turnip? Wait, is it what is he like holding and eating?
Turnip, yeah.
I would like to knock it out of his hand and pierce it in the wall behind.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
You're gonna toss the dagger at him? Oh my god, do not throw the dagger!
Not on Guppy! This is not an attack on Guppy, this is literally just on the turnip that's literally it. Not on Guppy. Oh my god. Okay, we're good. That is a 15 to hit.
Okay, that's the DC I set, yeah. You throw your dagger, it pierces the turnip out of his hand, and then hits the wall and clatters to the floor. Guppy looks at the turnip on the ground and says, that just seems wasteful.
Hey, Period? Yeah. Can I talk to you a second? Electra, you can come too. Just a little powwow.
Could you not throw a dagger at him?
A little.
I just have, hey Guppy.
Yes, Miss
We should
Alexandria.
go try to set up a game with those children.
I
feel
think
like
I'm going to go away from this area at the moment. It seems like you all have something to work out. Seems like there's a little bit of tension over here. So I'm gonna go talk to someone. Maybe Merit. She's sort of nice to me. Or Nazim. Who knows? Okay, I'm gonna go.
Nazim's my best friend. Back off.
You keep being the best fisherman.
The one and only fisherman in the
Oh my
desert.
god.
Yeah,
My
think
God.
about that. You're the only fisherman here, I think.
It'll, as soon as we find the body of water, that's gonna be the day Guppy comes out on top. Let me tell you. Alright.
You have us all matched.
Yes. I'll outfish a lot of you. And Guppy walks off.
Electra smacks Alexandria back, like from the back of her head.
Hey!
It's a,
Hey! Whoa.
no throwing daggers.
Okay, here's the thing.
Hey,
All of you are all Team Guppy when he is just some little weak fisherman boy who is not gonna survive any of this unless he learns to get tougher. And you just make everything easy for him. Period. You favor Guppy, and why? Why is Guppy so important to you?
He's made my life exponentially better.
Okay, then I think that you should be thanking me for scaring him a little bit, because Guppy can't just be, being Guppy and being unuseful. He needs to learn skills. He needs to feel like he has to prove himself in order to get better. It was like that in Barovia. If you have no incentive to survive and get better, you're just gonna get lost.
this isn't Barovia.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I know, but there are some parallels even in just life. We can't, Guppy needs to learn skills. He needs to learn how to fight, how to get stronger, and you making excuses and always protecting him, his emotions, it's not going to make him better. It's not going to make him more equipped to survive if something were to happen to you.
Then I will teach him how to use a weapon, but I don't want you throwing daggers at him.
If you start teaching him how to fight and use weapons, then I promise not to throw another dagger. Ever.
Good.
Unless something is attacking him, and I have to throw a dagger to get something off him.
That's
But
fine.
I also think that you baby him a little bit, and maybe we should be helping Guppy learn how to stand on his own.
He's a fisherman.
He's a fisherman who needs to learn how to do things other than being a fisherman, and to gain self-confidence in who he is, and new abilities.
I think he's pretty confident he's a good fisherman.
But that's it. That's literally it.
Where I'm from, you really don't need to fight, and that's why I'm here.
Okay, but you might not always be there to protect him. And that's all I wanted to say.
Alexandria,
That's me.
I am getting an inkling, just an inkling,
Oh no.
that someone wasn't there to protect you.
Alexandria cringes, why would you think that? I do not need protecting, because that is the first rule. No matter what world you're from, I don't care where you're from, it's a universal rule that at the end of the day, no one can protect anyone. That whole concept is just stupid in itself. You have to be able to protect yourself, okay? And I will stand by that until I don't breathe anymore, until I die, I guess. I was gonna say draw my last breath.
Are you?
Alexandra, just real quick, give me just an intelligence check.
Oh god. Okay, that's for 18.
You
Intelligence?
recall that, just 2 days ago, you saved Panya from being pinned down by hyenas, Nazim's wife.
No, we can do our best, but we have to be prepared to protect ourselves. And I think babying Guppy is just not the call, but ultimately, Guppy is your friend, Puri, so I will not try to overstep again.
Thank you.
And and you guys finish
Electra's
that.
just like looking at Alexandria very.
Alexandria is not looking at Electra, like anywhere besides seeing that disappointed, like trying to figure out.
I'm
not looking at
is
Fury
exactly
either.
how Electra looks. She's just very like, what is going on in there right now? I go,
Alexandria is
why?
like looking up, like her chin is just like up in the air, and it's just not looking at either of you. I guess, yeah.
By the way, Alexandria and Electra, I don't think you've managed to go 24 hours yet without having some strenuous activity. So you do both have a stress score applied to you.
Yeah. Is that
so-
that's just a -1?
Negative
to
one to
any roll.
everything.
Or could we take some time now to
If
de-stress?
you're
It's 24 hours.
You're working towards that. Yeah, you're about like 8 hours into that 24 hours of not stressful activity at this point, because you didn't come back from the cave until early in the morning. So it's sort of this day you've not done too much except hang around.
We were out
for-
all night.
You
And
left
we
at
haven't
like midnight.
slept, guys.
You did sleep. You slept into like around 10. That's around you got up. Got back at like 3 or 4 a.m.
Oh my gosh, that is nowhere near enough sleep.
It's not. So a few hours pass, and it's about an hour away from sundown. Are there any last things anyone is doing before they sort of come to find you at sundown?
I want to. The beginning of the campaign, when we were in the
Tomb?
thingy, you know what it is.
Tomb?
Yep. That I found ceremonial clerical robes.
Yeah.
And I want to put some of that on. So like
Okay.
a little bit of like what I'm wearing, or just like put it over, and then cover up my falchion, just because like it's not the same. But that's really it. Just kind of show that I'm.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, at some point when you're wearing this, one of the suits chosen walks past you and gives you a curious look. Goes, are those the robes of a priest of Anno? Where did you find that?
She takes it off.
It's not a bad thing. It's just sort of not something you see out here very much. Also very nice looking robes.
Yeah. Maybe just not the right ones for suit.
We do not have robes that nice here, no. But a robe is a robe, I suppose.
It's probably better if I just look like myself, though.
Yeah, I am indifferent. Goodbye. This guy walks off. Cool.
Wait, can that please have been the same random guy that walked past the one time when Electra and Alexandria were like deep in their fields and
Yes.
like doing like the pinky
Yes, it's 100% the same
promise
guy.
thing?
Yes, that is the
Every
same
time
guy.
he sees Electra, he's like, "What is wrong with you?" I can't-
It builds every time.
Cool. So the little bit more time passes. You do respectively what you've been doing for this duration of time. And individually, someone comes and finds you. Electra, a young teenage girl, looks to be about 16 years old. She looks like a shaper wearing sort of like druidic clothing with like animal motifs and stuff. Carrying around sort of like that feather fan wand looking thing. Finds you and says, I don't think we've actually spoken, but I am Merrick. It
Hi.
is nice to meet you.
Merritt, you said.
Yes, it is nice to meet you.
Good.
You are, wow, up close. You're certainly something else. Your hair is beautiful.
Oh, hi. You know, it's we have this thing called shampoo on Arcadia, and it's just amazing for hair.
Interesting. Anyway, I am distracted. It is the time to make a decision on becoming chosen. So, if you come to the gathering area, we will ask everyone individually.
Of course. I'll come with you.
Okay. She escorts you back. Piri, Atemu finds you, the leader, the warder of the chosen of this enclave. He comes and finds you and says, Piri, it is time to make the choice. Will you come and announce your decision before everyone?
I gotta tell everyone?
Not everyone, but it is like most of us.
Sure.
Okay, follow me.
And he takes you to the central area. Alexandria, the old man Ipuku hobbles up to you with a cane. Goes,
well, it is time for you to make your decision. Pale Elf, would you come now and tell us what you have decided?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, follow me.
And he slowly turns around and hobbles down the hall. You all arrive back at the central area where there's that single dry, gnarled tree amidst this open, spacious area with the only bit of fresh air coming into the cave through the ravine in the sky, and you look up and you can see the night sky and a few stars peeking through the crack in the ceiling. And Anna's there, along with a few others, Atemu, Nahira, and they sort of wait for a few people to gather. There's some torches lit. Nahira steps up before you three and says, well, it is past sundown. The time to make a decision is now, on whether you will join us or stay apart from our family. Electra, divine magic courses through your veins. You have displayed a prowess. You have also shown that you can provide water. Will you join us and become one of Sute's chosen?
I will.
She smiles and nods. Piri, you have displayed your strength multiple times over the few days you have been here. Not only did you provide quite a haul of flesh and blood and bone for our people, you have brought down ogres with some of our blades themselves. Truly you are a mighty warrior, and we would be honored to consider your strength one of our own. Will you join us?
I decline.
She nods. I understand. And Alexandria, also a skilled warrior, have proven yourself multiple times over. Will you join us, the Sute's chosen?
Xander pauses for like dramatic effect and suspense, a little bit build for a second, and just goes, I will.
He nods. This is good. It is a happy day. We will conduct the ritual of rebirth tonight. Alexandria, Electra, please come with me and we will conduct the ceremony. Here you are free to do as you please.
Thanks.
And Nahira, Atemu, and Anha begin leading you down through a cave tunnel. Follow them, I imagine?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You head down through this cave tunnel, and you're brought to the ritual room where the two altars are, before or in between, on either side of the giant scorpion statue of Sute. And you see there are mats laying out on the floor. There's a table with some sort of alchemical fixtures, like it looks like an alchemist's kit sort of thing, where it looks like some components and ingredients are there to be prepared. You see Nahida goes over to this table, and she takes a small vial, pours it into a little clay bowl. She takes a ceramic jar, opens it up, takes a handful of something you can't really see, drops it in there, and begins crushing it with a mortar and pestle. She sort of mashes this mixture together, then puts it in a small metal bowl over on a little stand, and she calls one of the shapers in, who creates a flame underneath this and heats up this mixture that she has put together. And the air begins to slowly fill with the smell of like spoiled wine, sulfur, decay. It's sort of like a funky smell. Are you raising your hand because you have something you want to do, Kayla?
Yes, like as this is happening, I would like to try to like telepathically tap into Electra's mind beside me and just kind of like speak into her mind and just be like, I am only doing this for the protection and resources. I don't want to like ingest something sketchy. I don't know much about alchemy or whatever happening here. And it smells weird. Should I be concerned? Is this okay? Do you know anything?
Give me 12 seconds.
And then Alexandra also just think in your head and don't freak out that I'm in your head. I'm not looking around at anything. Don't worry.
And as this mixture is heated and this sort of vapor rises off of it, after it seems to have reached a boiling point and stops simmering, the smell sort of fades and leaves the room. And you see she gets two small sort of bowl-like sort of cups that are very small, and she pours from this mortar into them. Just it looks like a somewhat syrupy, clear liquid into these two little bowls, and she holds them in either hand and heads over to both of you and stands before you with both of them. She says, "This is the first part of the ritual. This will prepare your body for the ritual, and following that, your mind will be able to live in a new light. This is an opportunity to reform yourself through Sute. It is a ritual only ever undertaken once."
I would like to
Yes, Electra.
purify food and drink. Right.
Okay, give me the wording of that.
Yeah. So.
And what if it's like verbal, somatic?
Yeah. So I'm gonna be like, delicious. That's all I'm saying. All non-magical food and drink within a 5-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range is purified and rendered free from poison and disease.
Okay. Are you trying to cast this stealthily in a way that they don't know you're casting this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to like.
And
like
essentially
it doesn't say anything about the sphere being a thing, but I just want to cast it on the little bowls.
I will let this be settled with an Arcana roll, because technically what this is sort of a potion, and potions are sort of like magical effects. They're like spells. So this isn't necessarily food or drink. Are you trying to hide that you're casting this spell, or just
Well, I just I want to cast it in a way that like I know if we consume it, we're not going to get poisoned or diseased, but like I don't want to insult the people who are presenting it to us, because I know that they've all consumed it.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a deception roll.
Deception.
Oh my god. Big stress. I'm sorry to think this was a bad idea.
Oh, honey, so am I.
Fury might be the only
dirty 20.
Okay.
Bless up.
So you're able to very quietly make it look like you're sort of saying a prayer of your own over this drink you're being offered. So you are able to cast a spell, and I'll give you a chance to do an Arcana roll now.
Yeah, do I telepathically have a connection to Alexandria, or is it a two-way thing, or just a one-way thing?
It's sort of like when she initiates it, or is it?
Okay.
Is it the one thing that you can do for a duration?
It lasts for 1 minute, like if you move out of sight, then it's like, but because you're right.
That's okay. I can cast message back. That's a cantrip. I'll cast message, and I'll just again, as if I'm making a little prayer. I'm just gonna send Alexandria
you have to point at her to cast a message.
Yeah,
I can
but again,
I could just pop into your head again, Alexandria.
Okay, give me an Arcana roll, Electra.
She's just kind of telling Alexandria that she's trying to make it safe for us to drink it. As for Arcana, woot woot, that's a 4.
A 4, okay. You do get the sense that your spell did change something with this concoction you're being offered.
Okay.
It seems like you altered it in some way, not negatively, but it's hard to say positively either. You just changed something about it.
Cool.
And the hero leans over for you and says, "Here, drink this, and we shall begin."
Electra will go first. I mean, without Arcana check, she doesn't realize that she did so bad, but she confidently thinks that she's purified, whatever it is, and she's going to try to drink it. So she's going to take it, and she's going to drink it.
Seeing her do this, Alexandria will do the same a moment later and just be swearing under her breath, just screw it.
I hope this one's right.
Yeah, you drink it. It's like a room temperature. It has like a cough syrup sort of texture, but it has no flavor. And the hero says, "Okay, we will begin the next step now. Please lie down on the mats here, and we shall prepare the last part of this." And she goes over to the table again. She begins lighting sticks of incense. You see she opens up a small woven basket and delicately takes out this cupped, hand-sized, it's like a black flower with 6 petals. And in the center of it, the stamen of the flower is red. It's got a red center to it. And she crushes it over a separate mortar. And begins grinding it into a dust. She takes a handful of something from another jar. You can give me a perception check if you want to try to see what it is.
Yes.
And she puts it into the mortar and begins crushing it as well.
I keep rolling 18s. I don't know what it is, but that's a 21.
It looks like -1. If you're counting that.
Oh, -1, dirty 20. Correct. I even have it written down, and I still always forget. Thank you.
Did you want to try and see if you could see what she was putting in, Electra?
I got a 12.
12. So you don't see, but Alexander, you can see the handful of what she put into this second concoction, or rather, it looks like it's sort of becoming like a paste. It sort of looked like a handful of maggots or small grubs. So she begins doing that and forming a paste with it. Both of you give me a Constitution save.
Oh, I'm Winter. Maybe you made the right decision. Oh God, here we go. I'm scared. Wait, you said Constitution saving throw? Oh my God.
Don't forget to -1.
14.
I got an 11. 12 -1, so 11.
Okay. So.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
First thing, Electra,
As we're lying down too, Electra's like looking over at Alexandria, just
Can we
like
take each other's hands?
yeah.
Or is that not allowed? Like to touch or anything?
No, that's okay. No one seems to say anything
Because
about
Hold
that.
your hand.
Alexandria's trying to act tough, but is genuinely kind of like not confident with her decision in this moment, and it just reaches out for Electra's hand.
Give me your rolls one more time.
Again, or
no, what were they?
Original numbers.
Yeah, what
One
the
more?
original
Oh.
number?
Okay, mine was 11.
Okay, and Electra.
Oh, I got 14.
Okay, Electra, you feel a sort of poison-like effect in your body, but it's definitely weakened to the point where it doesn't seem to actively affect you. Alexandra, you do take 3 poison damage. As there's sort of a toxin seeping into your body. The next thing that happens is
Oh my god.
your bodies become paralyzed and you become unable to move and speak as your muscles tense and you begin unable to move or speak. Nahira comes over and stands above you, but a few moments before she does, Anha crouches between both of you and she says, "Not worry, I will ensure nothing bad happens to you. Just listen to their instructions." And she steps back away. Nahira stands between you two. She takes a small, tiny, almost like a scalpel, but a tiny blade, and she holds in one hand and this bowl in the other, and she says, "As I said, this is a ritual that is only ever undertaken once. Part of being a chosen of Sute is leaving behind a past you do no longer desire. If that is what you wish, you are going now to have an opportunity to go within yourself and kill something you do not wish to be there any longer. Understand? You have one chance to do this. After that, this is not something that can be undertaken again. Just think as the effects take hold, what part of your past, if any, you wish to kill."
As she's saying this, are we paralyzed yet? Because if
paralyzed.
we're getting paralyzed, okay. Otherwise,
my
my
god,
eyes are gonna flick over.
And she
Alexandria,
kneels between both of you. She puts the bowl on the floor, and she takes this tiny blade and makes just a tiny cut, like the width of a fingernail on your forehead. You don't feel it. And she takes her thumb in this bowl, grabs this paste, and smears it on both of your foreheads. And as you're lying there,
You had your tetanus shot.
you begin to feel sort of warm, and the room begins to spin again as you feel your head sort of throbbing. It doesn't hurt, but things begin blurry, colors begin to seem to sort of meld into each other. There's sort of like a halo of a rainbow light around the flickering flames that sort of pulses, and the walls, the roughness and the coarseness takes crisp 4K, 8K detail, or it blurs again, then crisps, then blurs. And as this happens, is there anything that Alexandria, in her past, in her mind, is thinking that she wants to try to confront and kill and erase?
Big decision.
I think Alexandria would want to kill or face her fear of Lord Cassian.
Okay. Electra, is there anything from her past that she's envisioning in her mind that she wants to face and erase from her life?
She wants to erase the memory of her birth family.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So, first up, Alexandria.
God.
You are lying on the floor, warm, the room is spinning, and then you close your eyes and go to sleep. You wake up standing, your arm against a door frame, and you seem to be looking into a parlor in Lord Cassius's manor. You see a tall-backed red velvet chair facing a fireplace crackling, and you see an older man's hand reach out and grab a glass of wine, take a sip and put it back down.
Alexandra probably just stands in silence. I don't know. Not like getting adjusted to be like, what the, like, does she realize that this isn't like real? Like it's like a part of this.
Give me
Has that consciousness, like,
just give me a flat intelligence check.
that is an 8 minus 1, so that is a solid 7.
You are very caught up in the moment. You know you're here to kill something from your past. You know that's Cassius, but sort of the reality of the situation is up in the air, and like what the circumstances are and what the reality is of this situation. But you remember why you're here. And as you're thinking on this, you feel something cold in your hand, and you look down and you see this crystalline dagger form and curve out from your hand. It's like this bright blue, clear, quartz-looking dagger that curves with a wicked edge.
I think Alexandria steps into the room and levels like a glare at Lord Cassius while she kind of like plays with this dagger
You
between her hands.
gaze at him. You sort of see like his side profile as his like face is partially shadowed and partially illuminated by the fireplace. Does not seem that he regards your presence at the moment.
Alexandria probably takes another step forward and like clears her throat to see if like he'll respond or like what his level of what's he,
Yeah.
gauge is.
You see, as he was reaching towards the glass of wine again, his hand pauses just an inch away from it and closes into a light fist, and rests his hand back on his lap. And without turning to face you, you hear him say, "So you finally came home, dog."
I really hate this parlor. I think how you decorated it is honestly horrible. I mean, that chair, the entire setup, I always hated it for some reason. But I think what I hated most was you.
Interesting. Did you find some poor sop out there? Some man whore to give you dog treats where you learn to talk like this, huh? You ungrateful for everything I gave you. And you come back after running off and you talk to me like this.
Ungrateful! As if there was anything to be grateful for. What should I be great? She kind of like gets more aggressive with the knife and like steps forward and slams it on like the desk and just goes, "Should I be grateful that you raised me from a young age to be nothing but an assassin, a soldier, stripped away all sense of who I am just to serve you?"
What do you think you're saying to me right now? You're upset I gave you a home? Taught you how to fend for yourself?
home?
Survive?
You mean a small room where your old dungeons used to be?
It has a roof, doesn't it? You are not cold. You are not hounded by beasts in the night. Do I not let you have privacy? Your little books?
Not the same. You never gave me a choice. You never gave any of us a choice.
Maybe not you. What was the choice, huh? I leave a small elf in the woods to be eaten by animals, or I take her in and make her strong enough to survive on her own. Is that the choice you would have me make differently? Leave you to wolves? Or worse? Fine, if I could make that choice I would. Maybe I should have left you in the woods.
Shit. That hits Alexandria very, very deep. And I think she starts to, like, question killing him as he's making her feel very belittled and just, like, that she should be thankful.
No!
And I think she probably... Yeah, she takes a step back, I think, with the dagger.
He reaches out, grabs his wine glass again, takes a sip. Be that as it may, I cannot change the past. I did drag that wretched little elf girl that you were from the brush and give you a home. Still, since you decided to take off, I have been left with less satisfactory company. Sonia is not as skilled, as deft as you are, although she certainly tries, unlike you, to earn my favor. She is grateful, unlike you. She understands. She came to me of her own will. I gave her a home. I taught her how to be strong. Maybe that's the difference. You think you had no choice in the matter. But she did. Maybe that's why you cannot be grateful for what you have. You think it was all my fault you have the life you have? It is maybe fate's fault? Ah, nonsense.
You turned me into a monster. You made me think that it was okay to kill and maim, and then now you try to twist me into being grateful, and I feel so stupid standing here. Tanya will never, ever be as good as me.
You say that now, but with you out of the picture, she doesn't have anyone to butt heads with. She's focused. She's already becoming stronger. I can tell.
Shut up. Alexander takes a step forward.
He still has not even turned to make eye contact with you. He's sort of just looking at the fire. And he says, "So what? You come here to take revenge against your father? The one who gave you life?"
My father! You have never acted as a real father figure.
And what would you know of real
That's
fathers,
the root of all of
Alexandria?
this.
What would you know of them?
I've read about them.
In
I've
books.
seen them in Barovia.
Mhm.
I've heard about them before, and all I ever wanted was for you to see me and to love me and choose me. And yet
But
it was
you
always
chose
this sick,
you were the
twisted
best.
competition. Yeah, I was, but I had to be the best so that you would even look at me. Look me in the eye. Make me feel worthy, like this twisted existence was worth it, but it's not.
Then what is worth it? If this twisted existence that I have given you, so call it, it is not worth it, as you say. End it then. Be done with yourself.
No. Alexandria, takes a step forward and takes the dagger and like reaches across and attempts to kind of like tilt his chin without like hitting the skin, like using like the flat part of the dagger to like turn his eyesight towards her. If he like
you feel some resistance as he doesn't seem to voluntarily want to turn his head. You see like his salt and pepper graying facial hair sort of brushing up against your crystalline dagger you're holding.
What makes existence worthy yet? But I know that there is something out there that makes life worth living, something that I will find, some way to live with myself and to build something for myself outside of you in this wretched place. I'm not done with myself. I'm only starting, but you, I'm done with you. And she slits his throat, or attempts to.
Yeah. You definitely bring this crystal dagger across his neck. This blade is so incredibly sharp that for a moment it looks like it didn't even cut. Then you see the thinnest red line across his throat, and little red droplets begin to appear, and then his head tumbles off and hits the ground next to you. And as that happens, fireplace goes out. The floor, the wood, and the stone of the room begin to crack. You see a mirror shatters on the wall, and you fall to your knees as this weight takes over. You feel this crushing weight and this splitting pain, as if something is like digging its fingers into your skull and like trying to split your skull open. And then you black out. Electra, you find yourself after passing out on the floor of the cave, back in the Kelly Ray, outside of the home of your family, the family you never got a chance to really see, and you see that it's nighttime. There's not a lot of lighting, so it seems like a few houses away, things just sort of disappear into darkness. But this house is before you. What does Electra do? Oh. I think we lost her.
So sorry. It's night.
It's
actually, yeah, that
nighttime.
happened to me too. It said it was night, and then it just
weird.
cut off.
So yeah, it is nighttime in the Kelly Ray. Your vision doesn't really extend that far. It seems like, 80 or so feet away. Outside your vision, it's just pitch black darkness. It sort of is like, almost like you're in a snow globe sort of vibe, where it's like there's just nothing outside of this immediate area where you are. And the house that you were told was your family's house stands before you. What does Electra do?
Do I have my falchion?
Give me a religion check.
$11.
You do not have your falchion.
Okay. Do I have any weapon?
You don't seem to be carrying a weapon, but you do see you are wearing a bracer. The bracer Mohar gave to you.
Okay. If I try magic, do my fingers tingle?
They do.
Okay. Alright, then in that case, I'm just gonna, have my fingers and, hands, ready to cast should something happen, because the last time I was here was just so traumatizing. So I'm just gonna be ready as I go in, and I'm gonna go up, and just straight away, she's just gonna, open the door and push it open. This time she's not stalling.
You know what's up, you push the door open, you step inside, It's just like when you were here last. The ground floor is empty. There's no one here. And you know that they're upstairs praying at that altar to Honor.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up the stairs with gusto, and then as soon as I get to the door, right before she like pushes this door open into the altar room, she just like is gonna hesitate for one brief second, and then she's gonna like shake it away with her head and then push the door open and go into this room with these.
You push it open. You can feel the tingling anticipation of electricity, magic coursing through you, knowing what sort of horror you're about to face. And you step into this room, and you see the two figures of a mother, a father, and a younger sister kneeling before this altar to Honor, motionless, not facing you.
Does it look similar or like almost the same to what happened
It's identical.
last time? What it looked like?
Okay. It looks like just when you stepped in.
Yeah, without even a thought, she's just gonna like hurl. She's gonna cast Chaos Bolt, and she's just gonna hurl energy towards them.
Is that like a random magical damage, or one of you
I can
choosing?
tell you that in like 10 seconds. Okay, so I can either do Psychic or Acid for this one. So she'll probably do Psychic. That's kind of what she's feeling.
Cool. Just this.
I wish it was lightning, but I didn't.
This orb of like swirling, hazy energy, like it's like a mass of just like orb of psychic energy. Sort of looks like a heat wave condensed into an orb that just slowly floats towards them. And as it gets closer, their forms begin like shifting and dissipating, as if they're like dissolving and fracturing. And you see they turn to face you, those vacant faces with pools of darkness.
She closes her eyes.
And they stand. You hear the clattering of weapons dropping to the floor. What does Electra do? She hears this.
She's just going to keep going with Chaos Bolt. She's gonna send one at each of them and just like try to destroy them. She's just.
You send out another Chaos Bolt as they begin slowly shambling towards you. Go ahead and roll damage for this one too, just to see what the element is.
What kind of?
Yeah, what kind of damage?
Okay. Oh, this one. She's choosing. Oh, but she gets lightning or thunder. She's gonna do lightning. She's lightning.
Cool. They begin stepping closer before they halt. It's like they're almost taking on sort of a gaseous form, shifting between like gaseous and solid. And you feel the chill of darkness outside, and you hear a crack as the roof splits down the middle and turns into dozens of chunks and floats up into the sky, the darkness, and you see a storm cloud swirling above. And you see lightning coursing through the sky, bright flashes of light. And you look down towards them and you see these vacant dark figures shift from smoke into solid form again. And for a brief moment, you see the tan skin of a man with dark brown eyes and a brown beard. You see a woman with long black hair and a little young woman with green eyes. And then crack! Lightning comes down, strikes, and they're all turned to ash. Gone. And as you, for a brief moment, saw the actual visages of these people, as soon as they're gone, you forget what you were even looking at. And you turn around involuntarily, and you're ready to leave. And you begin stepping down the stairs and head outside and walk into the night, into the dark. Time passes. Piri, they've been gone for about 2 hours now. And
A long time.
Alexandria, Electra, you wake up in the ritual room. On these mats, you remember that you were taking part in a ritual to kill part of your past. You awake, but with no recollection of what occurred while you were under, and no idea what part of yourself that you killed. Alexandra, you feel a sort of a inner judgment, a weight, a critiquing sort of fade away, like the feeling of, is this good enough? Is this good enough? That doesn't... You're still a bit, Alexandria has her personality still, but like externally, things that might have given her those sort of emotions, whatever may have caused that, seem to fade away. While Electra, you no longer had this unsettling feeling of a memory, but you also feel that just a tinge of sadness as well. But you're not sure why. It seems like you relieve yourself of a burden, but also feel somewhat sad about it. You're not sure why. Who knows? But you awake.
Are we paralyzed still?
No, you're not. You can sit up. Nahira is nearby. Atamu is still there, and as is Anna. Here says, and thus the ritual of rebirth is concluded. You are now chosen of Sute. You have defeated the past you wish to erase yourself of, and may now walk forward with new purpose in life. A life you chose for yourself.
So that's it?
Anha from across the room says, it is natural. It seems like nothing happened, but this is part of it. You have chosen a burden of your past, and you have removed it. If it was never there to begin with, you would not know you have gotten rid of it. But no, you are
I can't
unburdened.
remember what the burden was.
Exactly. It is gone.
But it feels like I remember everything else.
This is correct. It is a very specific ritual that targets something you manifest in your mind. And it is limited to this thing.
Alexandria looks over at Electra and just without saying anything, is just like looking to see how Electra's like doing.
Yeah, Electra looks a little confused, but it's like, okay.
Yeah, it seems like
So-
from your perspective, it seems like, aside from that vague feelings you both have after this, that you sort of just went to sleep and then woke up.
Yeah.
Aside from like a little bit of trippy visual stuff while you were going under.
Alexandria probably like cracks her neck and is just like, stretches a little bit, and it's like, should we go?
That's right, players can boy.
Atemu steps over to you, Alexandria, and he kneels before you and extends a brass amulet that has a scorpion, a top-down scorpion, sort of motif on it. It says, "You are chosen of Sute now. This will identify you as one of us." And he does the same to Electra. He kneels before you and extends an amulet with the top-down view of the scorpion on it.
Oh. Thank you.
Nahira says, "We are concluded here. You may go forth."
I will help Alexandria put on the amulet if she likes.
Yeah, and then Alexandria will do the same if Electra would like to put.
For sure. And Electra, as you have this amulet around your neck, you feel that with the care and craftsmanship that was put into this, as well as the significance of it to Sute's Chosen, that this also feels like a divine focus able object.
So many focus things. I love it. She's gonna like hold it.
You see that this is also what Anha is wearing. It seems to be her divine focus.
Ooh. Okay. Anha. Now,
Yes?
I know it's been a long day here. It's been quite a bit. Is it like evening, nighttime now?
Yeah, it's probably about 11 p.m. at this point.
Okay. I was wondering if tomorrow you would be able to lead me in a prayer to Sute, and perhaps we could work on possibly me being able to get a connection to him.
And you're telling this to Anha?
Is that the wrong person?
No. Yeah, Anha is the one who's wearing the same divine focus as you. She says,
Yeah.
Yes, let us discuss this matter later, together, shall we? Okay.
I would appreciate that.
Yes, we may discuss this. For now, go and celebrate. We shall have a feast tonight and rejoice that we have new family now.
Oh my god, wait, we're having a party?
I'm gonna squeeze your hand. I'm gonna squeeze Alexandria's hand when they say family. Family.
Oh! Alexandria just quickly like squeezes back and is just like, yeah! No, like doesn't know how to respond, so it's just like, this is the best I could do. Yay!
Piri, you've noticed while you've been waiting that sort of in that area with the tree and the open sky through the ravine, that they've been setting out like dishes and beginning to prepare not like super luxurious food, mostly just like meat soup, vegetable soup, roast meat, roast vegetables. Like they don't have like a lot of resources, but they are putting together like a big celebration feast. And Alexandria and Electra step out. Oh, yes, Alexandria.
Can Alexandria try to find like something nicer to wear? Like fabric to drape, like steal like stuff off the cut. I don't know. Alexandria has always had to work at parties and things. And so she's just so excited.
Do you have, like, other clothes in your pack? Like, traveler's clothes, or...
I think so. Yeah. Or, like, if it would be possible...
Electra had, like, fine clerical robes.
I do have those. I can...
But those definitely look like a priest's garments.
Could I, like, adjust the cloaks? Like,
you could
I know this might be
like
disrespectful, but, like... Maybe, like, trim some things with the dagger, like, tie things, like...
Sure.
Roman, like, toga style.
Just a sleight of hand check, and then give me an idea of what you're going for.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, you're gonna look like Errigal when she comes out and is wearing a sail.
Yeah, literally.
I will give you the clerical robes and, like, help you...
That's a 16 plus 5, so that's 21.
20.
Alexandria's just very excited,
that's
super focused now.
Essentially, what do you think you could make out of, like, fine priest's garments? You essentially can make with this. You've got the time to do this.
Okay, can I describe it quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the adjustments you're making to it.
Yeah, what color is this, like, what color is it?
It's a white. It's white. It's sort of like a gold trimming. It's got red sort of down the middle, and it's got like blue cuffs.
Okay.
Alexandria definitely doing your hair, and like.
Yes, I was about to ask. Like, Alexandria has always seen like these like ladies and like nicer people at Cassius's party and stuff with like hair all like wound up and like like really cool. And so Alexandria definitely is just like, could you, and so like.
Yes!
I imagine this dress she like cuts it to where it's like a V-neck and it like cinches in at the waist and gets rid of anything on the sleeves and then like has like an open back and like ties behind her neck and then just like leaves the bottom just to like flow. That's literally it. But also this does show off like the peppering. Like Alexandria has like a lot of scarring on her back and her arms. So I will note that like Electra, like that is something very noticeable, but Alexandria is, you know, it's just a part of it.
Yeah.
Alright, Electra's gonna put your hair all up. Oh, sorry, Max.
As Alexandria is making adjustments to this clerical robe and Electra is doing Alexandria's hair, Piri, they're doing this in front of you. For the past few hours, they were gone undertaking some ritual you know nothing about, and they came out and sort of just went to start doing costume adjustment and hair.
Oh god, I didn't think of that. Piri, poor Piri.
Yeah. Piri would have been mostly wanting to hang around with Guppy while she was waiting.
Yeah.
And just been like, well, I'm ready to be killed in my sleep. But now that everyone's out, she's probably just as nervous.
Wait, is Piri and Guppy at all, like, do we see them? Are they in the area that we are in?
Yeah.
Did we go back?
Yeah.
Like, what's the vibe? Because then I feel like Alexandria, while Electra's doing her hair and, like, we're doing that, would probably, like, wave Piri over.
I would come over.
Electra's gonna, like, lightly brush her hand, like, on your back, kind of like as if, like, someone's, like, rubbing your back, but, like, you can tell that it's because she's like, oh my god, the scars kind of thing. But then you feel her, like, pull her hand back and just go straight back to, like, doing her hair as if, like, she caught herself, like, doing something she shouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, she just goes right back and she doesn't say a single word, but then you know, like, she's noticed it and she feels, you know.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna, she's gonna have, like, are there mirrors in here or anything?
Absolutely not. No.
Absolutely not. Do we have a bowl?
You could find a bowl.
A bowl.
If we have a bowl and I can, like, put some water or something in it, I'm gonna show her what she looks like.
Okay, yeah.
Look. You look
Alexandria looks down and probably,
stunning.
like, touches
Electra's
the
even,
surface.
like, pinching your cheeks to, like, rose them up and stuff. She's
Is there, like, any, like, dried herbs or, like, rock, I don't know, mineral, something, or, no, that would be such a bad thing to use.
We're gonna
like,
make a
or
little,
something.
like, muddy eyeshadow and
Yeah, like, can we, like, put some makeup and then be like,
so
Carrie, you want some? You want some?
Like, the cave walls are sort of like a brick reddish thing, so with, like, you might be able to make some sort of weird, like,
lipstick.
mud lipstick.
Here we go.
Yeah, lip stain! Can we please try to make a lip stain? Please?
Yes. Give me just a roll, just a flat d20 roll to see how well it goes making cave dust into that.
Is Electra
I
making
help?
the cave dust?
Yes.
Who's making it? Because, like, Electra could do it, I could do it.
It's just a
Piri,
d20
you're
roll, there's
welcome.
no skill
I
that's
feel like
applying
I
to
would
this.
make you do that while I was doing your hair. I'd get you to, like, mix things up.
Okay, that is a freaking 17! So I don't know.
fun.
Thank you, guys.
Piri is just becoming more concerned as they're talking about.
It certainly is passable for what you're going for and the resources you have. At, like, a high society party,
It probably would.
maybe not.
yeah.
But, like,
But,
it's
like,
like
for
you can
this-
do with what you have, and it's like,
But, like,
it
if it's
gets
the
the
vibe
job
for,
done.
like, this, right?
Well,
Okay.
No one else is wearing lipstick, but yes, it does the job for you.
It's fine. Perry, do you want me to fix you up at all?
Yeah, I'm really fine how I am. Are you brainwashed yet?
You don't want... Why would we be brainwashed?
Brainwashed. We're not brainwashed. Okay, they took us in. They had us drink something, but don't worry, it was fine.
You drank
And then-
something?
It was
It
fine.
paralyzed
I meant no, it didn't.
Yes, it
And
did.
it
but,
was
like,
fine. Just
a
a back
little
up. And
rubbing
listen,
lipstick.
this is supposed to be hush hush, right? We were fine. We drank something. They put something on our face, and then we woke up, and it was literally fine. Like, literally nothing happened.
Yeah, also,
It took
as
you
you
2
do look
hours
at
to
your
do that?
reflection, that incision on your forehead is gone. There doesn't seem to be any left over of
Just
that.
wipe away the dirt. Whatever
It was more
is.
like a symbolic thing, and we took like a little nap, and then we got like this cool amulet, and then
Yeah, see? It's gorgeous.
yeah, look.
Okay, so do you love the group anymore now?
No, I'm just using them for like, you know, safety and resources and stuff. But like it was a nice little nap. Like I feel really refreshed and like lighter for some reason. I don't know how to explain it, but like see, even I'm in a good mood, so I think that shows that like this was like fine.
That says something.
While this is
bad.
happening, Electra's like trying to play with Piri's hair. Like, make it.
She
Just
looked
like
like
one braid.
tilting her head in like the other direction.
Yeah, wait, one braid in honor of just like this like happy moment, you know, like just like one braid. She's really good at doing hair. Goldilocks is just amazing.
What happy moment.
Like this, just like, you know, like not making it, nobody like died today, like it just like great.
They're making a face for us.
Just one braid.
I've had some faces before, but they're always exciting.
I know, I've always had to work at feasts and like stuff like that, so it's like really exciting, you know, that we all get to like.
Oh my god, we're gonna have some trouble with the guest of honor.
I've never been a guest of honor before. I've killed guests of honors before, but like I've never been one. Like, wow. Like
Did he
Alexander.
drug you?
No, this is me being happy. Do you have an issue with it?
I mean, a little bit. I've never seen you happy.
Thanks, guys. I could go back to being grumpy if you want.
And Electra comes and starts like fixing things. Like, oh, it's so great.
So you guys have this whole little exchange that goes on. You guys get yourselves prepared in whatever way you desire.
Electra's also fixing her outfit. She's gonna look like a total hottie with a body.
We're ready.
And you guys head. Piri, are you going out to the feast as well?
Is Guppy going?
Guppy's going. Guppy knows that there's free food and better food than what's normally offered.
Yeah, she'd sit near him.
Cool.
Or wherever he's sitting.
So, you head out to this area. There's more tables out than usual. Seems like everybody's congregating for this. A bit of a celebration. You can smell, normally it's just like the hot smell of like cave and like sweat and not pleasant smells, but now the air is filled with smells of like spice and cooked meat and bubbling soup. So it just smells like a very air condensed kitchen, really. Almost overpowering. But you step out into this open area and you see there's a few of the shapers. You see Ipuku, Merit, and two others. They're on all four sides of the gnarled tree in the middle, and they sort of look like they're weaving some sort of magic. And you see sort of like sand swirl around the tree and dust up, then slowly fall back down. And you see on the bits of the branches of the trees, little green buds begin to appear. And the tree begins to fill out a bit and look more alive. Then the leaves fill out and green, then flowers grow on the tree, and then the flowers disappear, and you see plums on the tree. And Nazim, standing next to you, goes, "It's been a long time since we've gotten to have plums. You see, this tree is never really dead. It's sort of that it cannot be kept in this state what actively produces fruit without using more resources than we can offer it. It's only on special occasions do we revive the tree from its stasis to, well, for this." And you see that people begin picking plums down from the tree and preparing them. And this great feast is laid out before you. Guppy's at a little table. He's sitting with like one kid, and they're in like some focused discussion about who knows what, off in a corner. It almost looks like they're arguing about something factual that Guppy's trying to explain, and the kid's denying it. Probably has to do with oceans or large bodies of water. and people begin getting food and helping themselves. Atemu and the Hira give like a very brief, announcement to everyone, welcoming Alexandria and Electra into the fold, and people go and have their food. Is there anything specific you guys want to do during this? Yes.
Is Akem here?
Akem is... actually, let me roll for this, because there is something he needed to do, but... He is here, actually. He's sitting with a few people, yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to see if he was there or not. That's literally it.
Yeah, he's here. Cool.
My friend Mohar!
Noah is there, of course, yes.
I'm gonna go sit with Mohar!
Go sit with Mohar, and he praises you and is very glad that your suit's chosen now. He's very excited to be able to officially call you a suit speaker.
I want to give him a plum that I I want to pick up a plum somewhere and give him a plum, just as a little. Yeah.
Yes, he also exchanges a plum with you as sort of a exchange gesture. And everyone has this very joyous night, if that is how they feel about it. Guppy doesn't seem to be partying it up or anything. Guppy seems to be enjoying the food and sort of the lively atmosphere. But yes, Alexandria.
And Alexandria bring in a drink or just something as just to be I'm sorry for blowing up at you. Doesn't say anything, just brings something and then just walks away and probably stands off in a random corner, not really knowing how to party.
Guppy takes this drink from
Electra
Alexandria.
is having a blast. She's the center of attention. She loves it.
Yeah, Alexandria gives this drink to Guppy. Guppy looks at it, looks at Piri, drinks it, and goes, "Is Alexandria right onto it, isn't she, Piri?"
You know what? That's something you can expect from people from a different dimension.
Is that what this is? I kind of was starting to think we were just in hell.
I was thinking that too, but I don't think we'd be together if we were in hell.
Unless we both died when we were out on the boat, and we're actually both in hell. Oh no, Piri. You think we're in... We do roll for Guppy. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. Now that I think about it, I imagine there'd be a lot more devils in hell, and there doesn't seem to be that here, so I think we're okay. Just somewhere with a lot of sand, not a lot of water. Not hell. Not hell. That's good.
Oh my god, Guppy almost has a breakdown.
I'm glad you didn't have a panic attack.
Yes, I am also glad I did not. And the night carries on. Things sort of wrap up. Yes, Alexander.
I would like to bring a plum to Akem.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Actually, no. I'm gonna use my new special die, courtesy of Max.
Hey. Aww, what? That's so cute.
That is a 17 plus 3, which is a dirty 20.
Nice.
-1.
I did it! 19!
So 19.
I'm still happy
Okay.
with that. Still very happy with that.
He takes the plum from you, and he bites into it, and he goes... "Plum is sweet, as is the air this night.
Okay.
The sun will rise tomorrow, day after that, and the day after that. But for a while it felt like I might never taste something as sweet as a plum again. Yet here it is, and handed to me from you no less. Perhaps I have much left to learn about the life I live in this world. I do not know who
Alexandria was... Wait, what'd you say? That last part?
He said, I do not know who to thank. Sute, perhaps. But he seems contemplative and reflective of
the fact that you've given him a plum.
Is there wine at this party?
Not expecting that.
There is
Yeah, is there alcohol?
not wine at this party. There is,
No,
however, a single keg, or like barrel really, of beer.
Oh!
Warm, mind you, but
Electra.
beer.
You 100%. Electra is like over there with glasses, and she's like leading people through like celebratory songs from Arcadia and like songs that they would sing after they came back from heated missions when they were having these celebrations of all these things. And she 100% is like talking. She's like, "Hey, and cheers!" And then they drink, and then one more, and then
Give
by
me
the time
a
it's like
performance
later in the
check.
evening. Ooh.
Oh my god. Good vibes. Got this.
Oh, 10. She's probably drunk.
It's like, yeah, I'm a little tipsy. You think to Electra, maybe it like goes a little bit better than she thinks it does. Like some people are like taking part in it because they're like, oh, she's family now, so let's like see what this is about, and sort of like her traditions are our traditions now, sort of thing. So it seems like they don't deny you this celebration. They take part in it, even if it's strange to them.
She's gonna come up to her friends and be, "Oh my gosh, guys, this is so exciting!"
Electra, are you?
Am I a chosen of Sute?
Yay! Alexandria looks at Piri and is like, "Are you seeing this? Like this?"
Yeah, Perry's saying
Good girl gone bad.
Piri, as you're sitting at a table with Guppy, enjoying your food and drink, you hear a buzzing sound, and a scarab flies and lands on the table and begins crawling towards your hand where it's holding your mug.
I'm gonna lift my hand away.
You lift your hand away, and the scarab stops where it was, and turns and faces you. Give me a wisdom save.
Oh, what? Okay. 15.
15. You feel strange, as if like a sense of deja vu was washing over you. But you get like sort of a visual message in your head from this scarab. Again, you see a upright sarcophagus against the back wall, and 2 standing torches flickering with flames next to it. And you hear just the smack, smack, smack of like pickaxes on stone, and it's just incessant and annoying. Like you begin to get like a headache from just a pickaxe just hitting stone, hitting stone, hitting stone. And then it fades. And the scarab buzzes and flies away.
Oh boy.
And the celebrations conclude for that evening, and you go back to your quarters. And if you're ready to call it a night and take a long rest, you may certainly do that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Cool.
100%.
You rest until the morning. Nothing crazy happens that night. You wake up the next day, and you feel an ease pass over you, Alexandria and Electra, and relaxation as that stress point vanishes, and you do not feel as stressed as you had been.
You know how many sessions I've had this stress point? So many. Since I found that amulet. Guys. That was like session 2 or 3, guys.
Oh my god.
So yeah, you wake up the next morning after a night of joviality, feeling better.
Oh! Crikey, I got a wicked headache. Oh.
Except Electra, who does have a hangover.
Yeah. Oh.
So yeah.
So great.
And as you awaken, Period's a lot more quiet now, but you still hear the tap, tap, tap of metal hitting rock in the back of your mind, except now it doesn't seem to be fading.
No, that's annoying. Hey guys, we should go to that mine soon.
Okay. Alexander's like, sure.
Okay.
Starts like tying boots and is just like, all right.
What? Are you hoping to go today?
As soon as possible, really.
So yes.
Yeah.
I'm down for an adventure. What are we doing at the mines again? I don't remember what you said to me.
We're removing miners.
We're removing miners. So we're like escorting them, or are we like removing?
Either works.
Okay.
I vote
Okay.
first. Alright, well, do you know where it is? How far is it?
Yeah, do we need to like make sure we have
Piri,
water and
you-
like that stuff?
I believe you spoke to the arrows about it and tried to relay to them sort of what you saw, and they gave you an estimated, like, probably 20 to 25 miles away. Mostly just west from where you were. And you know along that way, sort of you can expect to pass the Pyramid of Osa, and nearby that is a riverbed, a dry riverbed, that also you can potentially follow to an oasis.
Far.
Hours of
I had
travel
to
would that
convert
be?
it to kilometers before
What
I
was that?
could understand it.
How like many hours of travel would it be? Like the cave was like
Right.
2. Like what
Yeah,
would this?
To get to there, you can travel at about a rate of... Here we go. It will take you longer than 8 hours to get there, but you won't be able to make it in 1 day of traveling.
Okay, so we'll have to like
unless
set
you
up
like
camp.
pushed yourself
I'll be down
further.
for camping. Okay, so strategically, based on what? Wait, does Piri tell us like how far away it is and like that information?
Sure.
Yeah, I would have. It's like it was a day's travel or a little longer.
So
Okay.
to get like all the way there, if you're going off of roughly the duration of time that you have, you can expect that it would probably take 10 to 13 hours of marching there at just an average pace. You could definitely try hoofing it, but that's a toss-up on whether or not that's, something you'd want to do through a desert. Additionally, there's the matter of water, and how you're going to supply yourselves with enough water.
I wish we could just ride some cool scorpions like we're riding into battle. Ugh, too bad they're deadly. Oh, what the heck?
I don't think I'd want to ride a scorpion.
They're kind of cute. Don't say never until you've like seen them, because they're pretty cute little scary creatures.
I mean, they're cool, but I wouldn't want to ride one.
Why? They're like horses, but like.
It just seems uncomfortable, You got to sit on.
Well, like, what if they made like a saddle? Like, what if we could like design like a sort of like saddle, like. I mean, not for this, but I'm just saying, like, why hasn't anybody like Anyway, we can talk about like desert travel later.
The stinger.
But like, strategically speaking, this is like over a day's travel.
Mm-hmm.
Piri, if I remember correctly, do you have a like tent or something that we could use to make camp in case of a storm or overnight safely?
I've got a tent for 2 people.
What if we like squeezed in, or maybe one of us could do watch? Because I'm thinking maybe we could do that. But also, we need to probably get some provisions, and water is a big concern for this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of us can make water. So.
Oh my god. I completely forgot about that. Electra, would you be able to help us with that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And are we thinking about leaving, like, soon? Today? Because we might want to grab some provisions first and tell someone that we're going.
Yeah. Definitely. Especially if we literally just got initiated and we're leaving this day. That's kind of like...
Well, like, we're gonna come
sick.
back unless we, like, you know, like, well, like, it goes bad. But I think it's smart that we... I don't care who we tell, but I know I want to check in with Akem before we leave, just quickly. And then I know I'll be ready to go. So.
Cool. So Alexandria wants to go check in with Akem. Piri and Electra, is there anything you want to do to make preparations? By like go look for supplies or see if Sue's Chosen are willing to give you anything?
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask for any favors because I just said no, I don't want to be part of them. But I am going to give Guppy my... I guess I'll give him a spear. I have one of those. Well, no, it's a javelin. Or is it a spear? I forgot which is the worst one.
Javelin is the throwing
Javelin.
one.
Yeah, okay, I'm giving him my javelin.
Guppy
Like,
takes his javelin. He goes, right. I suppose this will be what I use to fight off the beasties in the desert while we head there, huh?
In case you need to fight. It's either that or I can give you a dagger, but I don't...
I think this longer one would work better. Keep the things farther away.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, just might be a little trickier to use, but, you know, just stab the monster.
Before I leave...
Yeah.
Before I leave, could I give Guppy my cudgel?
Sure.
Because, like, it's like my spare weapon.
Cudgel, and he goes, oh, Miss Alexandria, a rock on a stick. Is this a weapon?
Hey, people, yeah, this is a very valuable weapon here, and you just, you know, you hit them with the you bludgeon them with the end, just like the pointy end of a spear. And then... What?
Huh?
What?
What?
I don't know what just happened. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like she just kind of like gives it and then looks at Piri kind of like, this is me trying to apologize for blowing up at your friend yesterday, like to you.
Yeah.
Without like actually saying it. Oh, okay. I was like,
okay.
I know we're on a D&D stream.
Yeah,
But yeah,
gotcha.
so Alexandria just gives her cudgel just so he has another weapon,
Gotcha.
and then looks at Piri just kind of like without saying
yeah.
anything. It's just like now Guppy
Cool.
can defend himself.
Yes.
And then leaves.
Perfect. So Electra, are you going to look for supplies that they're willing to part with?
Guess so.
Okay. So Electra, who do you think
I
you're
will
gonna
see
go ask?
Okay, so I would like to go to see, like, the blades or the arrows, or,
Okay.
like, see if they are willing to part with any extra water skins so that we can
Yeah.
store our water.
So
Yeah,
you
I think that's
head
my
over
first
to
thing.
them, and you see that they actually, in that area, sort of, they have this larger sort of water skin looking thing that almost, you know, looks like a large sack, sort of. And you sort of look at it, and they go, "Oh, this actually, we made these from the giant hyena that Piri brought back when she slayed. Actually, was going to give this to you as a gift after the initiation."
That is so kind of you. That would be, you know, that is actually a very helpful tool. It's a mystery masker tool, I would reckon.
Oh my god.
I
It will probably be hard to carry.
it will, I imagine
We
it will
got
be heavy.
someone for that.
Okay, I was going to say maybe in the future, find like a camel or something.
Do you have a camel?
No, not at all.
Do they just walk around? Because I've never seen one here yet.
Do they just walk around?
Well, like, you guys don't have any. I've been on a few missions and I've never seen any. So I'm
Not
just
this
wondering
far
where
out in the
could I
desert. There is
acquire-
nothing that they would be able to survive off of out here. But by the oasis, yes, there are camels.
Camels by the oasis. Do you guys need any? We could probably, maybe, if we were ever back, drop some off.
We do okay without. We do not really want to make too much of a ruckus when we travel, or it's also more, it is a lot of food that would go into taking care of a camel and water.
That's true. Alright, well, do you mind if I grab that?
Oh, of course, go ahead. And he also goes over and opens a small chest and pulls out 2 bone daggers. And he says, "This is a sort of dagger all of the sisters in the arrows carry when we go on hunts. It is a blade we use to cut the prey, to make the incisions for the blood urns. And now that you are so chosen..."
You know what's really interesting?
hands-
How do you do that? Is there a way that I could learn how to, like, get blood into a little storage container?
It is not known to me exactly how it works. It is sort of a magic that the Shapers use that works with the urns. It's sort of like a magic urn. It's not something we're doing, it's the urn itself that does it.
Do you have any extra urns?
We only have 3 of these urns. They are few.
Alright, I don't want to take any of those. I just reckon it might be useful to help a friend control something. But it's all
Okay.
good. Never mind. So these bone daggers, great, thank you. I will definitely pass these on because I'm not a dagger person, really.
It's okay.
Thank you. I don't. Oh goodness! Do you have any extra rations?
We have a bit of an excess of dried meats at the moment from the hyenas. The Shapers use their magic to dry out the meat quicker than, normally having to wait for it. So yes, we do have spare rations.
Would I be able to get 3 people or 4 people's worth-ish for a couple of days?
This is doable, yes.
Thank you. I'm just gonna kind of like load them up into a little satchel or something I have. And is there anything I can do for you? You've just been so kind. I'd love to help you out.
You are
Help you be right.
Sute's chosen now. What is ours is yours. What is yours is ours. We are one.
Well, I'm trying to think of what I can give you that I don't use.
This is not a transaction. This is...
I know, but I'd like to be nice. I don't really have anything to give. Well, if I find anything on my trip, I'll be sure to share it.
Okay. Where are you planning to go?
Honestly, I don't really know.
Unwise for the desert. Very unwise. You might want to
I know.
pick a place to go.
Honestly, I'm just following my friends. They're like determined to go to a mine or something, and I'm just going to make sure nobody dies because they can't heal anyone, but I can. They can't create water, but I can. I think I'm the one who's keeping them alive, to be honest. But don't tell them I said that because they're very strong and they think that they don't need anyone to protect them, specifically Alexandria.
I will not tell them. Safe travels to you.
Thank
and this
you.
arrow departs from you. Alexandria, you go off and you find Akem.
Where is he?
You find him. You find him in his quarters.
Alexandria, like, kind of, like, awkwardly, stiffly, just, like, in the doorway, or the opening, is just, like, walks up, just kind of nonchalant. Does he notice her? Or, like, is he doing anything?
He looks up. He doesn't say anything. He was...
Can I do something for you?
I just wanted to check in with you quickly. We're kind of leaving to go do something quick, and not quick. Well, I don't know completely, but we're going to do something, so I won't be here for a couple days. And I just, before I left, just wanted to check in with you, because last night you seemed a little contemplated, grappling with thoughts. I don't know, I'm not very good at this. I just wanted to check in to see how you were doing. That is what I'm trying to say.
I am present in this moment. Today is an important day. Today we will take Kose and lay him to rest.
And how does that make you feel?
I am glad he will have a chance to find peace.
Okay. Well, I hope everything goes good, goes smoothly, and take care of yourself. Alexander just kind of nods.
Yeah, gotcha.
We'll probably move to leave.
So some time passes. It's about noon at this point, and you've gathered your things. You've gotten together. What's the plan?
Perry? What's the move?
Kitty?
Oh, sorry. Having trouble.
Are you there?
I'm trying to figure something out. There. Okay.
We're like, where do we go? Silence.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going nowhere. I know the general direction, right?
Yes. Also, I will say that water skin, that large one, it's sort of like I don't even know how to describe it. It's just a really big sack. It holds about 7 gallons of water.
7 gallons?
Yeah, it is made out of like the hide and sort of like the stomach material of the giant hyena.
Nice.
Okay, then, if I know the general direction, then we should just head on out. And I'm taking... Guppy is coming along.
Yes. Guppy did seem
Do
like
we
he was
have
coming along.
any way of knowing if we're going the right way? Because it's far.
Well, Kiri said there's like some landmarks we can kind of follow along the direction, right? So I figure we can use that as a check-in point.
Yeah, I know the general way to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't think it'll be too hard to navigate because you know it's east and you can see pretty far in the open desert. So it's not like you're going to be able to necessarily see what it is while you're going there, but as long as you know the direction, you're not like in the woods, you're not going to get turned around.
I just don't want to get lost on the way back.
We're going to be fine.
Alright.
Probably.
I trust you at this moment in time.
As you're having this conversation, you see Anha walks up. She says, I heard you 3 are going somewhere.
Yeah.
Far, actually, you too. Huh. Pointing to Guppy.
Hey, he's got weapons now. This is learning experience, if you will.
A true fighter.
Right? Yeah.
Right.
I'm here to help my friends make sure that they get back safely.
I see. And where are you going?
Alexandria looks at Piri.
Yeah, so does Electra.
Looks to her.
We're going to
Are
a
you-
mine.
A mine? I do not know of any mines. You're not trying to go to
Excavation?
Muhar on your own, are you?
No, we're going to a
still
mine.
doing that. But we're still going to Muhar, right?
Later. When we
Yeah,
get
later.
You're taking us eventually.
To
I
Some
will
point.
take you. Well, can you describe where it is you're going generally? And looks at Piri.
Yeah, it's like, what direction is it? Is it like west?
West, yeah.
Yeah, it's like west. It's a large mine. I think there's people already there.
Yeah, you also know it's by like an oasis. That's also a significant thing along the
It's-
way.
It's by an oasis.
And the pyramid of Ossa? Is that how you say it? And
Yeah,
I
also.
also have written down dried riverbed.
She thinks for a moment. She says,
I know the Pyramid of Usa, and west is the Red Oasis. From the Red Oasis, directly north is a dried riverbed that goes straight to Muhar.
Oh.
It is a route I have traveled before to get to Muhar. There's the route of open desert, which is slower, but somewhat safer maybe. And then there is the riverbed, which is faster, but you are down in a riverbed, sort of like a canyon the whole way.
So, are you saying that if we're going all this way, then we may as well go to Muhar from after this?
I
Or
think I will go gather some things, and we will do that.
oh, okay. So we're going now. Like we're going to the mine to do that, and then after the mine, we're going to try to go to.
Muhar.
Alexandria looks at Electra and Piri to see like their reactions. Like, are we chill with this type of like look?
Yeah.
I have to go say goodbye to my best friend
I-
though first.
I would also like to go say bye to Mo.
Anna looks at
Literally,
you,
as soon as she said that, I was
Electra.
like, Mo!
She says,
Electra, we can have that conversation about Sute while we journey.
I think that's perfect.
Okay.
It's such a perfect way.
Cool. So you can go say goodbye if you want to go say bye to Alexandria. You go find Nazim.
Hi.
Hello, Alexandria.
We're leaving to go to a mine, and then we're gonna go to Muhar for a while, and I don't know when the next time we're gonna be back. It might be a while. Might be never. But, I just-
see.
I just wanted to say goodbye to you before I left.
Well, it is a sad day that you are leaving so soon, but may Sute lead you back to us safely. And he extends a hand to you.
Alexandria takes and shakes it. And
He
is just
shakes
like,
your hand.
thank you
He says,
for giving me
goodbye,
a
Alexandria.
chance. Yeah,
Of course.
bye. Thank you for being my friend and listening to my rambles. Goodbye. And then
Cool. Electra, you go and find more.
Before I do, okay, no, never mind. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna knock on the
Yeah.
like door frame again. Like, hi.
You hear
Hello,
a
hi,
voice
how you
come from
doing?
within. Hello? Oh, it's
Hi!
Electra. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm going on a bit of a little journey. We were going to go to a mine, and then Anna said that that was actually in the direction of Muha, so we're actually going all the way. I know that's quite a distance, and I thought I wouldn't see you for a few days, so I thought I'd just come and say hello and also farewell, and I'll see you soon.
This is quite a journey you are undertaking. If you are going all the way to Muhar, do not underestimate this journey. It will surely be longer than a few days until we see each other again, should you return.
Well, and she sort of like looks at the bracer and says, well, I have something to remember you by, so you should have something to remember me by.
He
and she's gonna
holds
take
up
off
a hand,
her
and
ear
as you're
cuff.
doing this, and he goes, before you do that, I already do. And you look to a wall where he's hung up the map of the Kelly.
Oh. Oh. She's gonna take his hands again in her hands. This is like her thing. Moha, you are so important to me. Like I said before, I'll never forget you. Ever. And I'll see you shortly. As long as it may be, it'll be sooner than you think.
May Sute protect you.
My suit protect you? And she'll sort of like nod and leave.
Mhm.
And as
Gotcha.
she like steps out the door and like just out of the way, like she just like, and like a little tear like goes down. She's like, oh my god, he put up my maps. Oh.
Gotcha. So you guys get everything together, and are ready to head out. Last check if there's anything you're wanting to do before you leave.
Alexandra would like to look through her stuff just to make sure that there is no creepy doll present. Thank you. That is
You
literally
look
it.
through your backpack, and you do in fact find a ragdoll with red hair.
Should have erased that.
Alexandria pulls this doll out, looks at it, and just throws it as far as she can, and then like zips up her pack and says, all right,
Oh my god.
are we gonna go?
Please tell me as Electra's like heading back, she sees the little doll.
You see her throw this just out into the sand. Also, Electra, are you bringing the diadem with you?
It is in the bag. I would
Gotcha.
have cleared out the room that we stayed in to
Gotcha.
bring everything with us.
Okay, sounds good. So, the journey begins through the sands of Sute. How far are you planning to go today? If you go for about 8 miles, which is the duration you can go before you start needing to make checks against exhaustion, you will be able to make it about 16 miles at an average pace.
I'm chill with that. You guys chill with that?
That's pretty good. That's almost halfway.
Yeah.
Did anyone bring a tent? Did I even think about that?
I have a
Can
tent.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, can we make sure we have some kind of cover for when it's night?
Okay, well, the one small issue is that it's a tent made for like 2 people, and there's 4 of us. And
Well, and isn't there
There's
5
actually
now?
5.
oh yeah, there's 5 of us. So
Oh god.
Can I ask, can we, like, just before I go, can I ask, like, the arrows or the blades or someone if they have
Sure.
an extra shelter or tent?
Yeah,
They have
it's
an
not
extra.
a super costly thing of theirs. They're happy to part with a small, sort of like single pitch like tent that also looks like it'd sleep about 2 people.
If we squeeze really, really tight, could it maybe fit 3? Like, very uncomfortably? but like,
very
what'd you say?
uncomfortably.
Or is it like 2?
It would not. You would not be in ideal sleeping conditions.
You know what? We have to have people
able
on
to-
watch anyways.
Oh no, that's actually perfect because 2 and 2,
It's
that's
fine.
4. So then there's one person.
Yeah. And then
we
the
could just
person's
like
always
go
on
out.
watch. Yeah, perfect.
And then if there's
Done.
like a sandstorm, we can be uncomfortable for a little bit.
And we
Very
can just like
uncomfortable.
sit instead of lie, and we'll just be like, okay. All right, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, we're taking this
Listen.
10.
Okay.
Go Chee.
We're gonna say farewell to all the shapers outside. Farewell, adios, rebel plums.
You say your goodbyes and begin the trek through the desert, Piri carrying a very large water skin on her back. But not really weighed down by it, thanks to a pair of magic boots.
Yeah, Barry, you work it.
The first 5 miles go by. It's not
God,
too
just got nervous.
complicated. Nothing really goes on. It's just hot, sandy, dry. You begin getting into your water supply, keeping yourselves hydrated as you march. Next 5 miles. Let's see.
Oh God.
Oh, I will also give a bone dagger to Alexandria, because I know she likes daggers, and then I will ask Piri if Piri wants it. Do you want the other bone dagger?
I'm fine, but thanks.
Alright, I will give both of them to Alexandria then. 2 bone daggers.
Oh my God.
Okay. The next few miles go by pretty much uneventfully. You don't really see anything as you're heading out this way, except that earlier on in your journey, a little while back, you did pass a sort of area where you... Give me a perception check, everyone, real quick.
Everybody?
Yep.
No more subtracting 1!
Perception?
I've literally been doing that
Yep.
for so long.
For so many sessions. I got
So many.
is 11. I got an 11 in
Okay.
perception.
I got a 16.
I got
Okay.
14.
Electra, you're the only one that catches this as you sort of are marching past about the farthest you'd come out at this point, back when you first headed out to go scout and hunt the hyenas. You see the sort of splintered and dried corpses of some insectoid humanoids in a sand dune as you march by.
Oh no.
They're all dead.
Oh no.
She'll take one of the like feathers from her hair and just like lay it on the sand and just say like, rest with peace, and then go on, keep going.
Cool. You guys begin marching for another few miles, and you hear a familiar sound. You hear the sound of metal on metal, weapons clashing, and combat. And you can see in the distance what it looks like is just a mass of skeletal warriors engaged in combat, fighting each other, just out in the open sand.
How many skeletons is it?
Looks about
Like in total?
20 to 30 altogether, probably.
Alexandria just goes, like out loud, she's like, nope. I do not want anything to do with that.
Do you want to? How are we gonna get past? Do we just go around? Do we snake? Do you want to just like hide behind some of these dunes? How do you?
You
want
don't think it'd be too difficult to sort of just skirt by as they're all engaged actively in combat? So it's
Okay.
definitely a probability. So if you want to just sort of try and take a wide berth and get around without attracting any attention, give me some stealth rolls.
Oh my god. Okay. Good luck, everyone. May the dice be ever in your favor.
Oh.
Wait, I'm gonna roll my
5.
Okay.
Holy crap!
Oh.
I just rolled another 18. 18 plus 3 is 21.
I got a
Very
12.
good. Okay.
Oh no.
So you guys take a wide berth. Actually, I gotta roll for Anna too. Okay. So you guys take a wide berth, and sort of are mostly past the battlefield at this point. And then you hear from the sound of stepping on sand, stepping on sand, stepping on sand, something hard. And Guppy looks down, after a crunch, takes a step back, and you see a skeleton shift out of the sand,
Oh my god.
and sit up, and one next to Anna as well. Sort of stands up, pulls rusted weapons out of the sand, and looks at you guys. Doesn't seem to actively be doing anything yet. Looks at everyone. Okay. Looks at all of you, and they look off towards the battle in the distance, and they take off charging towards the battle.
Oh, guys,
Okay.
I swear just gonna have to like use this special power I have, but luckily we're fine. But Guppy, you're walking.
Be
There
careful.
was no way I would have known.
Okay, but like if it would have attacked you, you would have remembered like
Yes, I would have
Yeah.
hit it very hard.
very, very hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alexandria,
Why?
aunt over here.
So you guys resume your walk, and a little bit of time passes. It's getting into the evening at this point. The sun is starting to set. Give me just a D8 roll, all of you.
Everyone.
Yep.
I got a 3.
I got a 6.
I got a 3.
Okay.
Look at us, 3s and 6. Look at the multiple.
Alexandria
Damn.
and Electra, go ahead and re-roll that D8.
Oh no, that was spooky. I don't like the face you're making. That is very spooky. I got a 5.
I
Okay.
got a 7.
Okay.
5, 6.
Why
are we like
cool.
this? Why are we like this?
Alexandria. And what was yours again, Piri?
I got a 6.
Okay. Alexandria, along with Anna, is going to make a dexterity saving throw. DC 15.
Oh, that's a
my god! Oh my god! Okay. Okay. You know what? No. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be just fine.
We're fine.
No, we are actually fine, because that is a 16 plus 3, which is 19?
Okay, yeah, no, that passes. So what happens is you guys are walking along, you step down some sand dunes and you're walking across just a flat area of sand, and you take a few steps and your boots sink into the sand a bit, and sink a bit more, and then as if you were walking on a very thin filament, your foot goes through the sand, and you pull it back and jump out of the way, and you see a hole, and this wide swath of sand collapses in on itself, and you see a large pit filled with webs and 2 giant spiders down there, and begin crawling out towards you. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh my god!
Are we all rolling?
Yep.
Oh my god. Nobody falls in though, right? Like
No one falls in.
we good? Okay.
Yep.
18.
Okay.
I got 9.
Booyah! I got a 7.
Okay,
13.
Electra 18, right?
Yes.
Alexandria 9,
Yeah.
and Puri
I got a 7.
7.
7.
Okay. Electra, you're up first as you see these 2 giant spiders begin crawling out of this pit. They look really sandy and dusty, sort of camouflage to this sort of environment.
How far away from us is it? Or from me?
Within 30 feet, not that far away at all.
Would you say it's closer to 15 feet or too far for that?
I'd say if you moved a little bit, it could be within 15 feet if you step
and
close
it's
to the edge of the
still
pit.
kind of in the pit, like if I
Yeah.
came up to the edge of the pit. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm gonna go up to the edge of the pit. I see them crawling towards us. I'm gonna cast Lightning Lure. So on one of the spiders. So I need it to succeed on a strength save.
All right. That is a natural 1.
Ooh, okay, so I'm gonna pull that spider 10 feet towards me, and then okay, this part, someone help me. The target must succeed on a strength save or be pulled up to 10 feet in a straight line towards you, and then take 1d8 lightning damage if it's within 5 feet. But if it's 15 feet away and I pull it 10 feet, then
It's within 5 feet. Yeah, you pull it, essentially, you wrap that lightning lure around it and whip it back, and it drags along the sand right up out of the pit right in front of you.
Okay, so now it would take the damage then.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. That one I never understand. Okay, so that's going to be a 5 lightning damage to it.
5 lightning damage.
Yeah,
Perfect.
just a little starty. And then I think that is going to be my turn.
Okay. That
Oh,
is-
and I do want to have my can I have my shield up if I'm casting?
Yeah, if your weapon's holstered, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to have my shield and then I'm going to have my hands for casting.
See, Anna's up. She casts Sacred Flame on the spider you pulled out.
Batty!
It, unfortunately, though, makes that dexterity save, which is going to bring it to Alexandria.
I would like to... On the one that... So there's 2 spiders, right? And Electra, Nanya have been working on one. I would like to kind of like direct this like psychic energy at the other one and attempt to cast Dissonant Whispers
Okay,
on this spooky spider.
gotcha. And what's the
Okay.
wording of that spell? Needs to make a save of some sort?
Yes. So you must make a wisdom saving throw. And then on a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. And
Okay.
on a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move away. And I
it
rolled a
got-
d20, but do I have to roll the...
You
I
don't
don't have
need
to
to
roll
roll
the
that.
hit. Because,
you
okay.
roll the damage. It got an 11
Okay.
on its saving throw.
So would that be successful then?
What's your
DC?
save?
I'll save.
Do you know?
It's 11. Yeah.
So
It's
it
a
does
wisdom
save, yes.
Save.
Okay,
So
so
it'll
then
take half damage.
yeah, I will take half damage and it won't move away. It doesn't have to move away or anything like that. Okay. 5, 6, 9. Took me a second. Okay, so if it's
Wow, that's half.
3d6, so 9, what's half? Would that be
So it's gonna
Wait.
take
4?
3 because you round down for damage. Okay. You said so 9 rounded down? Oh, wait, so that would be 4.
Yeah, well 9, but it's
Half?
takes half as much damage and doesn't move away.
Right, so it's gonna take 4. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
So, this giant spider, Electra, just yanked out of this pit, is going to try and bite Electra as it rears back on its back legs and prepares to chomp down on Electra. That is a 11 to hit.
Nope.
That misses. Fury is up. What's the plan, Fury?
I guess Perry will go to the edge of the pit.
Mhm.
And how close would be the closest one?
Closest one is probably the one that Electra pulled out of the pit.
Okay, then yeah. Can I be right next to it?
Sure. Yeah.
I'll be next to it, and I'm gonna bring my hammer down.
Yeah.
Ooh, hammer time. Does a 14 hit?
14 does hit.
Good. Hammer time, and ooh la la, 8 damage.
8 damage?
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, you land a cracking blow into this thing. Definitely hurt it. This second spider begins climbing out of the hole, surfaces right in front of Alexandria, and rears up on its back to take a chomp down.
Oh god.
What? That's a 10 to hit. Absolutely misses. You dodge out of the way. You see Guppy do a check to see if he's got... Nope. Fully decides to take cover instead of trying to fight a giant spider. And retreats a little bit.
Okay, but at least
we
Guppy's
will have a
aware.
conversation about this later.
We will talk, but I actually think that was a smart decision. But
yeah, fully a giant spider. Again, another one of those animals that's just like the size of a cow. Very not safe looking. Electra, that is back to you.
Okay. How's this one in front of me looking?
It's looking not fantastic. It's looking beat up.
Alright. I'm going to... We'll just go with Sacred Flame then. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that's going to be a dex save.
Gotcha. One deck save coming up. That is a dirty 20.
Okay, yeah, he's fine.
Gotcha.
And then nobody's been hit by these spiders yet, have they?
Nope. No,
Okay.
I have not.
So then, I have nothing else to do. I'm
Okay.
just gonna wait.
You see Anna holds her hands up, and the amulet she's wearing begins to glow, and you begin to hear the chiming of, like, very intricate wind chimes, very elvish sounding, and that's going to... Unfortunately, the spider somehow passes a wisdom save, and is unaffected by this,
no.
tranquiline chiming sound. That brings it to Alexandria. There's a giant spider in front of you that you just dodged out of the way of.
I think Alexandria is going to backpedal a little bit, like as best as she can, to give some space, and is just gonna channel like this like dark purple black fire that kind of matches some of her psychic energy, but in fire form for Firebolt, and is gonna cast this cantrip, just blast this
Got it.
thing at it.
Yeah, that attack roll.
I like it.
This energetic fire. Okay, that is a 13 plus 3, so that is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
And then it is a d10. And that is 9 damage. So
Woo!
just blasting that fire energy at it.
Fully blast one of the spider's legs off, and it begins just goo and blood coming out. A big hit there. Piri, that is not you. It is the giant spider's turn, actually. The giant spider in front of Electra is, believe it or not, going to try to bite her. That is a 15 to hit.
It does not.
Wow. Incredible.
What's your AC? Is it 16?
17 with my shield.
You get your
Damn.
shield up and deflect these spiders' fangs. Piri, now it is you.
Oh yeah, take this, spider. Hammer time. I'm gonna swing at the spider again.
I'm making a meme out of that. Hammer time.
Does a 13 hit?
13 does not hit, no, unfortunately.
No. It bounces.
This spider, another one, you hear just skittering. You see it starts ushering forth venom from its mandibles and goes to chomp down on Electra. That is a 22 to hit.
Cool. Can it make a dex save?
Can it make a dex save? Yes, it can. That is a, where is your dex? That is a dirty 19.
Alright, well, it's still gonna take 7 lightning damage as it hits me.
Jeez. Wait, it's not hitting you, it's hitting, Alexandria.
Wait, you just said it was hitting Electra.
Yeah, you said Electra.
Misspoke. I apologize. It is hitting
Oh,
Alexandria.
never mind. Then it doesn't need a dex save.
Here,
My
I was
bad.
making a meme.
Okay.
I had an AC. Yeah. Me looking at my whole 12 AC.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Oh no. So you take 10 piercing damage.
Oof. Alright.
Ouch.
As these
that hurt a little
mandibles
bit.
sink into your shoulder. Give me
damn.
a DC 11 con save.
Oh god. Am I about to be like poisoned?
Awesome.
Dice don't fail me now. That's a... I keep doing 18s and 9s. That's a 7 plus 2, so that is a 9 for my con saving.
Okay. Oh boy. Not
Honey.
good news.
Honey.
You take an additional, oh lord, 12 poison
God.
damage.
Oh my god.
Guys! There's more?
Cool.
Please don't tell me there's more.
Are you still up?
I am at 1 HP.
Okay. That's all that
Uh,
matters.
okay. You are okay. That is all that occurs at that point.
Okay.
That brings it to Guppy, who sees Alexandria being chomped down on, and from a distance throws a javelin. Misses. Does not
But
hit.
he tried. But
He
he
did
tried.
try.
This is
Did not-
monumental.
did not
He
hit.
tried.
Throwing a javelin from far away. Electra, that is you.
Let's do a... for my action, I'm going to... I'm going to Sacred Flame the one that's in front of Alexandria.
Gotcha.
So that one's another
Okay.
dex save.
Yep.
And then for my bonus action, since that's one's a cantrip, I'm going to cast Healing Word on Alexandria at second
Gotcha.
level.
That's a
gonna be-
13 on the dex save.
Okay, so that still passes, so he's fine. But that is
Okay.
going to be 8 hit points back for Alexandria.
Okay.
Thank you.
I know it's not enough, but you can do it.
No, it is funny. Thank you.
All right.
Cool. You see Anha turns and looks towards Alexandria, and you see she holds out her hand, and these sort of like glowing black strings shoot out and wrap around the spider's legs, and she pulls. Let's see, needs to make a con save. What is her spell save? Fails the con save. So it takes 4 necrotic damage and falls prone as these necrotic strings wrap around its legs and knock it to the ground.
Very nice.
Alexandria, that is your turn, and you have an advantage on melee attacks against the spider because it's prone.
I want to do melee, but I also really would like to use the arms of Hadar. Is that how you say it? It's very similar to. Is it the same? Well, I don't. It's necrotic damage, and it is a strength saving.
Okay. That is a 10.
So I think Alexandria is just channeling her inner just like anger at that one spider that chomped her, because she doesn't like not doing good in attacking and stuff like that, you know? And so just this like dark necrotic energy just erupts from her, and kind of like the same thing like wraps around this spider.
Baddie.
And hold on, wait, this is a 2d6, sorry. And that is 5 plus 6, so that is 11 necrotic damage. Thank you very much.
Alexandria, how does Arms of Hadar end this spider?
I think this like just overwhelming sickly darkness just explodes from her, swirling in this grand array, just tightening until it just like cracks.
Yeah.
And just
You hear a loud
dissipates.
crunch as this spider is condensed into just this ball of like cracked flesh, and is destroyed. It is now the spider in front of Electra, and chomps down on Electra with a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay, now I need a dex save.
Yep. That is a 11.
Alright, so it's gonna take that full damage. So let me know how much damage I take too.
Okay.
It's gonna take 13 lightning.
Interesting. Okay. Here's what's gonna happen here. Okay, so you take 6 piercing damage, and now I need a DC 11 con save.
That is a 14.
14. Okay. Then you're gonna take. Okay. 4 poison damage. And how does this spider die as it attacks you and is electrified?
It bites me down. It bites, like, I feel like as I'm holding the shield, it like manages to like bite over, like around the shield and gets on my arm, and it's just like, this hurts, and then I just go, and it's just like this blast of lightning, just like literally just comes out of me, and it just like blasts it, and it like fries, but then it also falls back down into the pit.
Gotcha. Yes. And with that, the other spider is vanquished, and everyone catches their breath. You see Guppy runs over and picks up the javelin that he threw, and then in spite stabs the spider that Alexandria crushed.
Yay!
Nice.
Alexandria actually like is like huffing, but actually like nods in like approval.
I am gonna
doing
cast
this.
Healing Word again on Alexandria. I'm gonna give you another 6 points of hit points.
Gotcha.
Ew.
Don't die.
You know what, Guppy? I think 1 javelin isn't good enough for you. Here's another one, just in case you lose one.
You know, that's not a bad idea. 2 javelins is better than 1. That's what someone in the army probably said once.
I feel like I've said that.
Guppy,
Maybe you
are
did.
you at all so obviously distance weapons are a really good idea for you.
Hmm.
Are you at all proficient with crossbows?
Not a chance, no.
Not a chance. We should really
I could-
train you on that because and I never use mine.
That might
I'm
take
good
some
at
time. I
crossbows,
would be
so-
When
willing
I'm
to
at
learn.
distance, I just use my magic, and when I'm up front, I mean, I'm still
Yeah.
pretty fine usually.
Actually, are we
So-
all proficient in crossbows?
I
It's
am.
entirely
I
possible.
am.
Well,
I'm
I'll have to
basically
try and teach
proficient
it.
in everything.
Yeah, I'm actually proficient in literally every weapon I ever touch.
Yeah, I was like, I can kind of do anything.
Perfect.
Do you have a crossbow?
I don't right now.
Do you want one?
I would give one to Guppy because I have my javelins.
Guppy can't even use it yet, though.
I can
Well,
teach.
he can
I
use
You
it
use
enough.
it, you just wouldn't
I
apply a
can
proficiency
also-
bonus.
That's
I
true.
could teach Guppy how to use
Yeah.
a.
How long would it
crossbow.
take to be proficient? A while, but
Yeah, I feel like it takes like a year or something to learn proficiency in
well,
one.
we can really work on it. We'll be here for a while. Sure, I'm gonna give my light crossbow and 20 bolts to
Perfect.
Guppy,
Yeah, Guppy has now got like a quiver with
and
like
we're gonna
javelins
like
in it and
fashion them on
bolts
his
and like a
back and like
crossbow.
a quiver, and
He's like,
there you go.
right, I think I might stand a bit of a chance now, maybe.
Yeah,
Cool.
Alexandria walks up and like does like this, not heart to his face, and just look at you go, look at you go. Like actually, like in
He
approval.
holds
this
the
time.
crossbow, aims it towards the dead spider, fires a bolt, and it sticks into the spider. He goes,
All right, I think I could do this. Yeah.
Nah, the problem is you gotta go pick that one up.
right, yep. And he
Oh my
shuffles
god,
off
wait,
and
as
goes
he
and pulls
goes
it
up to
out.
it, can I minor illusion the spider like twitching or something just
Oh
to
my god.
Certainly.
just for fun. Just like I'm just gonna like as if it moves or something. Just to keep him on his toes.
Give
Yeah.
me an Arcana check just to see how convincing this move is.
Sure.
actually, I
Well,
think
it's
it's
not very
your-
good.
Spell save.
He would have, if he wanted to, he would go against the spell save, which is 12. I
Oh,
didn't
we
do
got a
very well on my
13.
Arcana. So he's able to tell that it's not real, so he probably knows that I'm just pulling a joke, which is good, but still.
Yeah, he freezes for a minute, then pulls it out, and he casts a knowing glance back at you. Perfect.
Keep you on
So
your
you guys
toes.
recoup after this. You walk for another little bit, and you make it to that first checkpoint of 16 miles. It is nighttime. You can definitely bunk down for the night if that is
Yes.
what you'd like to do. Perfect.
Please.
Cool. Well, that I think is a good place to end it for now. You see in the distance, within about 2 miles, is a body of water. You can see an oasis in the distance. In addition, you definitely did pass the Pyramid of Osa along the way.
Oh,
We're getting closer.
Nice.
Perfect.
Look at us.
All right.
Go team.
Well, that is where we will end it today, and we will pick back up on this journey next Sunday. Right?
thank you, everyone.
Right?
Woo, 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 woo,
Yeah.
woo, 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 woo.